Buying a car in Carvana was so easy. I was able to finance it through them.
Whoa, wait, you mean finance?
Yeah, finance. Got pre-qualified for a Carvana auto loan, entered my terms, and shot from thousands of great car options all within my budget.
That's cool that financing through Carvana was so easy.
Financed. Done. And I get to pick up my car from their Carvana vending machine tomorrow.
Financed.
Right, that's what I said.
You can spend time trying to pronounce financing, or you can actually finance and buy your car today on
Carvana.
Financing subject to credit approval. Additional terms and conditions may apply.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, counter-spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve. Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into our time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
Drama from 77 years ago with episodes of The Adventures of Sam Spade starring Howard Duff, Nick Carter, Master Detective starring Lon Clark, Herbert Marshall as the man called X, and Ben Wright as the man who could work miracles from Escape, all broadcast on Sunday, September 19th, 1948. And we'll wrap it all up with a 1954 episode of Fibber, McGee, and Molly. That's all straight ahead on this Friday. This is the 19th day of September, 262nd day of the year, and 103 days left in the year. It was on this date in 1796 that George Washington made his farewell address.
I am unconscious of intentional error. I am nevertheless too sensible of my defects not to think it probable that I may have committed many errors.
A 1913 recreation by Harry Humphrey. In 1900, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid committed their first robbery together. It was on this date in 1928, Mickey Mouse made his film debut in Steamboat Willie. Steamboat Willie, by the way, and Mickey Mouse, or at least the Steamboat Willie version of him, are now in the public domain, and Disney has kind of backed away from having anything to do with Mickey lately. Bruno Hauptmann arrested on this date in 1934 for the murder of Charles Lindbergh Jr. In 1952, the U.S. barred Charlie Chaplin from re-entering the country after a trip to England. In 1957, the first underground nuclear bomb test in the United States. And it was on this date in 1959, Nikita Khrushchev barred from visiting Disneyland. Of course, they said they couldn't guarantee his safety. And I can understand why. Biggest hit record of the 1960s hit number one on this date in 1960, The Twist. Now, Hank Ballard and the Midnighters originally recorded the song, but he couldn't appear on Dick Clark's American Bandstand. Well, Clark found a local artist to re-record the song. A fella, Ernest Evans was his name, but he was a little plump. Everybody called him Chubby. He'd performed a Fats Domino impression. Dick Clark's wife came up with Chubby, as in checkers. Well, the wordplay stuck based on Fats Domino. Ernest Evans became Chubby Checker. Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel reunited on this date in 1981 for a free concert in New York City Central Park. It was on this date in 1982 Scott Ballman posted the first recorded instance of the emoticon, the smiley face, made with a colon and a dash and a right parentheses. so it looked like a sideways smiley face, to an online bulletin board. 1985, Tipper Gore and other politicians' wives, I should say, formed the Parents Music Resource Center, testifying before Congress. Well, on that same date in 1985, Frank Zappa and other musicians testified at those congressional hearings.
The PMRC proposal is an ill-conceived piece of nonsense which fails to deliver any real benefits to children, infringes the civil liberties of people who are not children, and promises to keep the courts busy for years dealing with the interpretational and enforcemental problems inherent in the proposal's design.
That's the way it is with a lot of laws that are supposed to protect people, but instead infringe on rights. Back in 1985, that was Frank Zappa. The first episode of ER aired in the U.S. on this date in 1994. ER on NBC, and that would become one of the most watched shows of all time. Washington Post, New York Times both published the Unabomber's manifesto on this date 30 years ago today, 1995. And it was on this date in 2008, struggling to avoid financial catastrophe, President George W. Bush, laid out a radical bailout plan. It called for a takeover of $500 billion or more in bad debt held by teetering institutions.
These measures will act as grease for the gears of our financial system, which were at risk of grinding to a halt.
The Emergency Economic Stabilization Act of 2008 would be signed into law by President George W. Bush less than a month later, October 3rd, 2008, rushed through Congress. The leaking oil well in the Deepwater Horizon oil spill capped off, sealed on this date 15 years ago today in 2010. And on this date in 2016, in the wake of a manhunt, the suspect in a series of bombings in New York and New Jersey apprehended after a shootout with police. On the 32nd anniversary of the 1985 Mexico City earthquake, another earthquake struck Mexico on this date in 2017, 370 dead, 6,000 injured, and there was extensive damage. On this date 3 years ago today, the state funeral of Queen Elizabeth II of the United Kingdom held at Westminster Abbey in London.
Take out of this transitory life unto his divine mercy the late, most high, most mighty, and most excellent monarch, Elizabeth II.
The state funeral for the Queen drew presidents and kings, princes and prime ministers, and crowds who thronged the streets of London. Passing away on this date in 1968, Red Foley.
Ah, here he is, the man you've been waiting for, Red Foley.
I dreamed I rode to heaven, sitting on a bale of hay. Got off on the wrong road, I could hear old Satan say, just come on back, just come on back, just come on back, just come on back. For I've got a special place picked out for you. And as you sow, so shall you reap, so shall you reap. For the coming year are many leavers few.
That from a 1948 Grand Ole Opry broadcast, Red Foley. Passing away on this date back in 1968. Also passing away on this date, publisher Conte Nast, musician Graham Parsons, singer Skeeter Davis, the Champs singer, saxophonist Chuck Rio, Bob Hope's wife, Dolores Hope, and Jackie Collins, the novelist, all passing away on this date in history. Born on this date, Adam West.
From that day forward, I vowed to avenge my parents' fate by devoting my life to fighting crime. I worked hard at it, building my body, and I studied too. Countless hours. I learned that criminals are a cowardly lot, which gave me the idea to wear a disguise that would strike fear in their hearts. But what disguise? And then the answer came to me, like an omen. And so I became Batman, the man with no fear.
Adam West's most iconic role, the 1960s Batman. And he was a regular here, believe it or not, He was in Ely, Nevada quite a bit during his lifetime, at least in the later years of his life. He did pass away in 2017, at the age of 88. Also born on this date in history, singer Brooke Benton, The Rainy Night in Georgia. Wonderful singer. The man from Uncle and NCIS, David McCallum, who passed away 2 years ago at the age of 90. David McCallum, born on this date in history. And Mama Cass Elliot, all born on this date in history. They have all left the building.
Hi, this is Jeff Foxworthy. It is now time for the birthday announcements. The following people are now officially older than dirt.
Oh, the Righteous Brothers, Bill Medley, 85 years old today, as is singer-songwriter Paul Williams, the Linus, remember from Smokey and the Bandit, and wrote so much great music. From Adam 12 and Emergency, Randolph Mentooth, 80 years old today. The Band of Gold, Frida Payne, 83 today. Model Twiggy, 76 years old today. Joan London, the TV host, 75 today. Singer Rex Smith, 70. Lita Ford, 67. Trisha Yearwood, 61. Jimmy Fallon is 51.
Thank you. Opening a tab at a bar for being the prequel to forgetting your credit card at a bar.
Hey man, what time you guys open, man? I think I left it there. It's under the name Seth Meyers.
Thank you, Squeeze Ketchup Bottles, for giving me two options. No ketchup at all or blinding laser of ketchup. Oh, gosh!
Rip my hamburger in half!
Likely to be the last late-night talk show host standing, Jimmy Fallon, 51 today. You knew her from Days of Our Lives and from The Biggest Loser. Allison Sweeney, 49 today. AEW TV personality, used to be in the WWE. Now she's in AEW with her husband, Renee Paquette, 40 years old today. From Arrow and Flash, Danielle Panabaker is 38. And from 30 Rock and The Bold and the Beautiful, Katrina Bowden is 37. Those just a few of the people celebrating the 19th day of September as their birthday. If this is your birthday,
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
And on this Friday, we're going to go back to a Sunday. This Sunday, September 19th, 1948, 77 years ago. And we're going to start off on CBS at 8 o'clock Eastern Time for an episode of The Adventures of Sam Spade in a moment.
It's Pro Savings Days at Lowe's. Get up to 35% off select major appliances and save an additional $1,000 when you buy 4 select LG major appliances. Plus, get a free DeWalt 20-volt Max 5 amp-hour battery when you buy a select DeWalt 20-volt Max tool. Get the job done for less at Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 9/26. Selection varies by location while supplies last. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Trying to lose weight? It's time to try Hers. At forhers.com/4u, you can access affordable, doctor-trusted weight loss treatments tailored just for you. These include oral medication kits or compounded GLP-1 injections. Through HERS, pricing for oral medication kits start at just $69 a month for a 10-month plan when paid in full up front. No hidden fees, no membership fees. You shouldn't have to go out of your way to feel like yourself. HERS brings expert care straight to you with 100% online access to personalized treatment plans that put your goals first. Reach your weight loss goals with help through HERS. Get started at forhers.com/4you to access affordable, doctor-trusted weight loss plans. That's forhers.com/4you, forhers.com/4you. Paid for by Hims and Hers Health. Weight loss by HERS is not available everywhere. Compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. Restrictions at forhers.com apply.
Your contribution of $10 or $6.95 for the budget relief package will send more relief overseas than the same money spent any other way. To help people in foreign countries with food or clothing, send your check to Nonprofit Care, New York. That's Care, New York. Send your check, your name and address, and full particulars about who's to get the package. Care will do the rest.
8 o'clock Eastern Time, Sunday, September 19th, 1948, 77 years ago, Howard Duff, The Adventures of Sam Spade, and the Hot 100 Grand Caper.
The Adventures of Sam Spade, Detective. Brought to you by Wild Root Cream Oil Hair Tonic, the non-alcoholic hair tonic that contains lanolin. Wild Root Cream Oil. Again and again, the choice of men who put good grooming first.
Detective Agency.
This is Sam, Blackleg Spade, the third most dangerous gambler on the Barbary Coast.
Oh, Sam, not horses again.
Horses, women, and the gaming tables, Effie, the versions of the elite.
Well, divert yourself with this, Sam. The phone company has sent the pink notice.
Uh-huh. Pay it no mind, sweetheart. We are healed. We have hit the cashier's cage, annexed the pot, broken the bank, and we're standing on velvet.
Sam, are you sober?
Definitely velvet. Warm, too.
Sam, from where are you calling from?
You're wrong, Effie. It's a drugstore. Stay where you are. I'll be right down to deal out my report on the Hot 100 Grand Caper.
Dashiell Hammett, America's leading detective fiction writer and creator of Sam Spade, the hard-boiled private eye, and William Spear, radio's outstanding producer-director of mystery and crime drama, join their talents to make your hair stand on end with the Adventures of Sam Spade. Presented by the makers of Wild Root Cream Oil for the hair. It's smart to buy things the whole family can use, isn't it? That's why I say it's smart to buy Wild Root Cream Oil Hair Tonic. To Mom, to Dad, to the children, Wild Root Cream Oil is really a friend indeed. Non-alcoholic Wild Root Cream Oil with lanolin grooms the hair neatly and naturally, relieves dryness, removes loose, ugly dandruff. I hope you have a big family-sized bottle of Wild Root Cream Oil in your home. Get Wild Root Cream Oil Hair Tonic. Again and again, the choice of men who put good grooming first. And now, with Howard Duff starring as Spade, Wild Root brings to the air the greatest private detective of them all in The Adventures of Sam Spade.
Date, September 19, 1948, to robbery detail, San Francisco Police, attention Sergeant Walsh. From Samuel Spade, license number 137596. Dear Joe, here's the rundown on that Hot 100 Grand. It started pleasantly enough when my secretary, Miss Effie Perrine, cute little mouse, eased into my private office, closed the door behind her, and leaned back against it with that air of pained resignation, which generally means there's a customer outside that she doesn't approve of, but that I'll see her anyway.
It's up to you, Sam. She's very well dressed, and I imagine she can afford you.
How do you deduce that?
Well, she dropped her purse. I didn't get time to count it all, but there was a $100 bill on top.
Well, sure in, Effie.
Sam.
Go ahead, say it.
Oh, I don't know, Sam. Sometimes, well, there's just money.
No, that's one of the reasons I hire you. What's the matter with it?
Nothing. That's just it, Sam. She's very good looking, cultivated, and very kind and considerate. And she seems sincerely troubled.
You mean her act is a little too good?
I felt that too, Sam.
Thanks, Angel. I'll keep that in mind. Tell her to come in.
All right, Sam. Mr. Spade will see you, Mrs. Kilcourse.
Thank you. Thank you for seeing me, Mr. Spade.
My pleasure. Won't you sit down?
Oh, thank you. I'm Lorraine Kilcourse, Mr. Spade. It's about my husband, Leonard Kilcourse.
Husband? Oh.
We've only been married a short time. It was a quiet ceremony at the San Sidro Mission. Leonard didn't want to subject me to any publicity. The difference in our ages, you know?
You mean you want me to keep it a secret?
Oh, no, except for the newspapers, of course. Naturally, all of Leonard's friends know.
Well, he doesn't have many from what I've heard.
I've thought it strange, too, that such a prominent man should have such a small circle of acquaintances. I met him only a short time before I married him. He's been very kind and absolutely devoted to me, and I suppose I should feel ashamed of myself for coming to you. But there are so many things about him that are mysterious that sometimes I can't seem to find my handkerchief.
Here. Kleenex.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you.
I take it you're not a San Francisco girl.
No, I met him at a dude ranch.
Well, maybe I can clear up some of your mysteries for free. The reason your husband doesn't have many friends is because they keep dropping dead.
I don't understand you.
Forget it. He's a big public servant. He's built a lot of sidewalks. The streets of this city are paved with his good intentions. His name is on 1,000 manhole covers. If the names of his former business associates land on headstones, it's nothing to me. I got my own racket. Well, what?
I think my husband is paying blackmail to someone.
Uh-huh. And upon what do you base your suspicions, Mrs. Kay?
It started about a month ago. He began withdrawing large sums from our joint account. First it was $10,000, then $20,000, and last week, $50,000. And this morning, he closed out the balance of the account. $100,000.
Well, he's got it to spend, Mrs. Kilcourse.
Well, I won't pretend the money doesn't interest me, but what's behind it, Mr. Spade? Each time he withdraws these cash sums, he leaves the house without a word to me. And sometimes doesn't return until dawn. My husband is not fond of nightlife, Mr. Spade. Only a desperate situation could induce him to leave the house after dark.
Yeah, so I've heard. They say that's how he kept his health as long as he has. All right, you want me to trail him, find out what he does with the money. Just one question. Why'd you pick me for the job?
Why, your reputation...
That's local. You say you're new in San Francisco.
Well, I do read the local papers. Your picture was in only 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, that caper didn't help my reputation.
I like your looks. A nice, honest face. A man I could trust.
Well, I don't buy that.
And I'm sentimental, too. Your picture reminded me of someone who was very dear to me. My brother. Of course, you're nothing like him, really, but you do look alike. I suppose that sounds like a silly woman's reason for...
Yeah. What's your address?
Well, I have a little place of my own out on Divisadero. The Belvo Apartments near Normandy Terrace.
Mm-hmm.
You'd better keep in touch with me there. I don't want Leonard to know. The Kilcourse mansion is at 1316 Clarendon.
1316. Mm-hmm.
He returns from his office around 6 in the evening. Do you have a car?
No. I need one?
Well, I don't know where he may go. Now, here are the keys to my car. It's parked in front of the main entrance, a gray Plymouth. He won't recognize the car. It's my brother's. Now, about your fee.
$100 now. If I need more, I'll leave you know. I had an uneasy feeling I would need more. The last detective that tried to follow Leonard Kilcourse had hospital insurance. I don't. But I'm a gambler at heart, so I parked Lorraine's Plymouth across the street from the Kilcourse mansion and waited. At 9 p.m., Mr. Kilcourse, much too old for her, came out the front door and flagged down a taxi. I made an illegal U-turn and followed. The trail ended across the Golden Gate Bridge in Marin County. It was a country club-type building on top of a hill overlooking the bay. It did business under the name of Ernie Nogales' Racket Club. The The racket had nothing to do with tennis. It came from two sources. The moans and groans of the customers losing money at the roulette wheels and crap tables, and the glad hand the management threw at my quarry as I followed him in.
Well, Mr. Kilgore, surprised to see you. Since when you go out at the dock?
Well, I thought a little nightlife might agree with me, Nogales.
Oh, that sounds like you, Mr. Kilgore. I didn't know you better. I think you was afraid to go out night.
Well, now, I was thinking of buying this place to retire to. But I figured it'd be cheaper to win it at your roulette table. What's your limit here?
10,000, but for you, wide open, the sky.
A hot $100,000 for a starter?
Well, any time they catch you with hot money, Mr. Kilgore. Come over to the cashier. I sell you the chips myself.
I didn't have to bother making myself inconspicuous. Everybody in the joint stopped playing to watch Kilcourse while he shoved his $100,000 roll through the cashier's window and scooped up 4 stacks of $1,000 chips.
Make your bets, please. All right, you. Spin that wheel.
Huh? How much you got there?
$25,000. Any objections?
Is that okay, Mr. Nogales?
Spin it, Joe. I'm covering through the table personally.
Okay, sir. Around and round the little ball goes. 15 pays 15 and the red.
Maybe next time, Mr. Kilgore. Why don't you double up, play the red and the black? It's safer.
I'll stay with the numbers. 50,000 on 15. There. Spin it.
It's okay, Joe. I'm still covering.
Well, it's your money, Mr. Nogales. Number 4 pays. Number 4 and the red again.
Well, $25,000 more on 15.
Look, Mr. Kilcourse, go on, enjoy yourself. Take it off your income tax, but please spread them out a little there, those chips, huh? It looks bad for the house.
What kind of a joint is this? Can't you cover the bets?
Okay, Joe. He asked for it.
Okay, sir.
I didn't wait to see where the little ball went on the last spin of the wheel. I would have made a side bet with any taker that Kilcourse wanted to lose that $100,000. I would also have made book he knew I was following him. As I left the table and walked out of the club, I braced myself for what usually comes next. There would either be a dead body in the car or somebody would crease my noggin with a sap. But nothing happened. I switched on the headlights and stood in the glare of them for fully a minute, but nobody even shot at me. I flushed the shrubbery, no gunman. Checked the ignition wires, no booby traps. Driving back to town, I racked my brain for some way to bring them out into the open. I felt like a man with his life savings all on one number, waiting for the wheel to stop spinning, which wasn't far from the truth. Not much of a cliffhanger, but the best we could do this week.
The makers of Wild Root Cream Oil are presenting the weekly Sunday adventure of Dashiell Hammett's famous private detective, Sam Spade. Now, here's important news on good grooming. If you want the well-groomed look that helps you get ahead, socially and on the job, listen. Recently, thousands of people from coast to coast who bought Wild Root Cream Oil for the first time were asked, how does Wild Root Cream Oil compare with the hair tonic you previously used? The results were amazing. Better than 4 out of 5 who replied said they preferred Wild Root Cream Oil. Remember, non-alcoholic Wild Root Cream Oil contains lanolin. It grooms the hair naturally, relieves dryness, and removes loose, ugly dandruff. So if you want your hair to be more attractive than ever before, get the generous new 25-cent size of Wild Root Cream Oil, America's leading hair tonic, on sale at all drug and toilet goods counters. It's also available in larger economy bottles and the handy new tube. Get Wild Root Cream Oil, again and again, the choice of men who put good grooming first. By the way, smart girls use Wild Root Cream Oil, too, and mothers say it's grand for training children's hair. And now, back to the hot $100,000 caper. Tonight's adventure with Sam Spade.
Yeah?
This Mrs. Kilcourse's apartment?
Yeah?
She here?
Yeah.
Well, can I come in?
Yeah.
Tommy?
Yeah.
Who is that, Mr. Spade?
Yeah.
Oh, this is the detective I was telling you about, Tommy. Remember?
Yeah.
The one who looked so much like you?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, excuse me. This is my brother, Tommy Lane.
Yeah. I mean,
Tommy, won't you run down to the corner and buy me some cigarettes for about 20 minutes? I have something to talk over with Mr. Spade.
Yeah.
nice boy, your brother. Small vocabulary, but big feet.
Well, he's shy. Now, what did you find out about my husband, Mr. Spade?
He dropped $100,000 in a gambling joint. Ernie Nogales' racket club. You know it?
No, but I know Ernie Nogales. I knew him in Reno before I met Leonard. He lost his license there for running a crooked wheel.
The way Kilcourse was playing tonight, that wheel didn't have to be crooked. He was trying to lose that $100,000.
But why? Why would he do a thing like that?
One of two reasons. Either he's paying off to Nogales or he's paying off to somebody else, and Nogales is the go-between.
Well, I don't believe it. Ernie is a crooked gambler, but he doesn't touch blackmail.
And your husband isn't stupid enough to drop $100,000 in 3 turns of a wheel. Anyway, I'm not tangled with him and or the Ernie Nogales mob for $100 of your money or anybody else's. Here, take it.
Well,
and here are your car keys.
No, wait, please. You can't desert me now.
Why not?
Well, I haven't told you everything. I'd hoped I wouldn't have to.
About your brother?
How did you know?
The only place you get a green suntan is in a pokey. Besides, he acts kind of stir-crazy. Spent a little time in solitary, didn't he?
He won't talk about it. But that's it, Sam. That's why Leonard is paying that blackmail money to Nogales.
You just said Nogales wouldn't touch blackmail. Any other corrections you'd like to make in your copy before we proceed?
Yes. Well, I might as well tell you everything.
Why not?
I knew when I came to you this morning that my husband was paying this money to Nogales. I knew because I asked him to.
You and Ernie Nogales are working together?
I'm not that rotten.
I didn't say you were, but you're a rotten liar. There's that much in your favor.
But I'm telling the truth now, Sam. You must believe me. Everything that has happened is my fault. I persuaded Nogales to give my brother a job in his place in Reno.
Mm-hmm.
They quarreled, and when he got closed down, he blamed Tommy. He swore he'd kill him when he got out of prison. That's why I begged my husband to pay him to save Tommy's life.
Who did rat on Nogales about that crooked wheel in Reno?
I did. That's why I feel responsible. Leonard is so fine, so generous. But I can't let him go on paying for my mistake.
Yeah, like you said, he's going to run out of money.
Look at me, Sam. Do I look like the kind of a woman to whom money means everything in the world?
No, but you're looking at me, not at Kilcourse.
You're laughing at me. Oh, I know what you think. Perhaps I did make a mistake in marrying Leonard, but he was so kind, so considerate. Like my father.
Everybody reminds you of your relatives.
You don't believe my story?
Well, since you asked.
Well, all right, then, here's the truth. I'm really Jack the Ripper's granddaughter. My parents were terribly wealthy. I harpooned my mother in her Beverly Hills swimming pool, set fire to my father with a $50,000 negotiable bond, and eloped with John Wilkes Booth. That brings us up to 1865. Shall I go on?
Don't stop. It's great.
Oh, get out of here. Get out of here and leave me alone.
After you've told me all your secrets, I'm not that rotten.
You won't help me. You never intended to. Why go on torturing me?
Oh, now, stop that. Please. I believe you. I believe all your stories. Now, what is my next smart move?
Sam, the only way to stop Ernie Nogales is to prove that he's running a crooked wheel. And then he'd pay back all that blackmail money, and he wouldn't dare lay a hand on Tommy.
Well, it's going to be hard to prove and expensive.
Oh, but
I'll have to lose a little on that wheel before I can figure the way it's rigged. How much can you invest?
Well, I have about $1,000 of my own.
With you?
Yes. Here. You take it.
Smells nice.
Sam.
Yeah?
Sam, after all this is over, and after I've put things to right with Leonard, I should have told him before this, but I owed him so much. Oh, Sam, I'm so glad it's you.
Yeah. Me too, Angel.
Go now, darling, before I beg you not to.
What time does that joint close?
Well, it runs all night, I think.
Good. Let's stay up late and raid the icebox. Around 2 a.m. when I low-geared the Plymouth up the long, steep driveway to Ernie Nogales' racket club, backed into the parking space nearest the road with the car headed downhill for a quick getaway just in case, and I went in. The joint was still going full blast. I bought $500 worth of chips, swaggered over to the table where Kilcourse had dropped his $100,000, and nonchalantly flipped the blue chip onto the red.
Appalachia bets, ladies and gentlemen. Make your game. Okay, that's all. Around and round the little ball goes, and...
I didn't look to see where the little ball went. Most of the money was on red, so it was bound to turn up black.
A red pays.
What?
Number 15. Place your bets, please. Make your game, ladies and gentlemen. Around and round it goes.
The chips were spread around more the next turn, so I stacked 100 at the bottom of the 1 to 34 column. With a crooked wheel, my 100 made it the best bet to lose.
And 19, and the red wins again.
Hey! I plunked 500 down on number 5 and raked in 17,500. I left my original bet on the table. When the little ball fell into the pocket, I was $35,000 to the good from my point of view, but not from my clients. I doubled my bet and looked apprehensively around. There were no surly characters edging up behind me. In fact, the only surly character in sight was Ernie Nogales, and he looked happy. That didn't make much sense. When my bankroll got to $105,000, I played a hunch. I threw $5,000 of it back on the table and lost it. That made a kind of sense. I cashed in the rest of my chips and squeezed the $100,000 U.S. currency into my inside pocket. If anybody aimed for my heart, it was thick enough to stop the slug, which was some comfort. But what I saw when I walked out to the parking lot was no comfort at all. I'd gotten just a glimpse of it through some trees. A sedan backed into a driveway halfway down the hill. It was blacked out except for 5 glowing cigar ends that showed through the windows. I could think of only one reason for 5 cigar smokers to be parked in that particular spot at that particular moment. The Plymouth was where I had parked it, pointing straight down the hill. I slammed the door but didn't get in. Then I listened. The car down the hill was getting ready, too. I cracked the door of the Plymouth wide enough to get my arm inside and pressed the starter with the heel of my hand. I switched on the lights, pushed the clutch with my left hand, used my right to shift it into low. Then I pulled the hand throttle out all the way and let it go.
What's the big idea busting into my office?
We're going to have a talk, Nogales.
Please, don't wave that heater at me. It makes me nervous. I don't like guns.
I don't either. That's why I'm here. Put your hands on top of the desk and keep them there.
All right. Give me back that roll. I give you clean money for it. It was a gamble, so I lost. Can you blame me?
Where'd you get this money?
I buy it. 50 cents on the dollar. I don't ask where it came from, but I read the papers. I figured it was that shipyard payroll job a few days back. Like it just fell in my lap. I figured it'd make $50,000 instead of Kilcourse 5. I guess that was dirty trick you just out of stir, Tommy. Huh?
I got news for you, Nogales. I didn't know this money was hot, and I am not Tommy Lane.
No? Then what?
Private Dick. Tommy's sister hired me to take the fall for him. Look, I've got most of the caper. Kilcourse wanted to pay Tommy $100,000. You rigged the wheel so Kilcourse would lose it one night and Tommy would win it back the next night. Now, what was Kilcourse paying him off for?
No caper, legitimate. He was sent up for bribing a public official.
You mean he was the payoff man for Kilcourse's contracting firm?
Sure, legitimate business. The grand jury went out after Kilcourse. Tommy took the rap, that's all, for a price.
Yeah, $100,000. Thanks, Nogales. That's all I needed.
Oh, Sam, I was afraid I might be too late.
You are, sweetheart.
Oh, I have so many things to explain. Where can you talk?
Right in here.
But who's this man?
Why, that's your old sweetie from Reno, Ernie Nogales, remember?
What's the matter with you two? You crazy?
Oh, Sam, I should have told you the truth from the beginning.
Check. The Nogales yarn I can understand, but why did you tell me you were Kilcourse's wife?
I was desperate. I had to say something. It was the only explanation I could think of for my interest in this case without telling the truth.
But you were making a pigeon out of me.
I don't know about such things, Sam. All I know is I'm here in time to warn you. You mustn't walk out of here with that money.
Listen,
They may kill you to get it back.
They already did. They're combing the wreckage of that car right now, looking for my body.
Then Tommy was right. They did mean to kill him.
How'd he get the rumble?
While he was in prison, from another man that Kilcourse framed. He was in for life, so it was safe for him to talk.
Hey, you two.
Yeah, Nogales?
That car that just drove up. I think that's Mr. Kilcourse.
Oh,
Yeah, what's your hurry?
Let me go!
Come on, what's your hurry?
Tommy's out there in that cab. I've got to warn him.
Or tip off Kilcourse. Which is it?
No, Sam, you've got to believe me.
Sit down. Stop that.
You two have fun. I'm getting out of here.
Go ahead. Now, listen, sweet Lorraine, you may as well save your breath for those explanations. You're staying right here until the caper's all wrapped up.
Here he comes. Have you got a gun, Sam?
Yeah.
Well, you'd better have it ready.
Mm-mm.
But Sam...
Where's Nogales? I want to see him.
He was called out of town, sir. I'm in charge. You Mr. Kilcourse?
That's right. I want to know why you people have been interfering with my business. It might interest you to know that this building site's on an old Spanish land grant. Title's very shaky. I'll run an 8-lane highway straight through the middle of it and turn the rest of it into a game preserve. That's what I do to people who double-cross me.
I tried to tell Mr. Nogales that, sir. He wouldn't listen to me. He tipped Tommy off for a split of the $100,000, but I knew sooner or later we'd have to answer to you, Mr. Kilcourse.
Oh, what's that?
Here's your $100,000, sir. Count it.
Sam.
Well. What's your name, son?
Sam Spade, sir.
Well, I'm glad to meet an honest lad. Well, come along. You two, young lady, we'll all walk out together.
Sam, what are you... What?
Spade, huh?
Yes, sir. I'm a private detective, but I'm ambitious.
Politics?
Yes, sir.
Well, we'll run you for assembly. In the meantime, I believe there's an opening in one of the public services. Garbage disposal. Executive end, of course. Where the devil is that man with my car? Oh, there he is. You drop around to my office in the morning.
Thank you, and good night, Mr. Kilcourse.
Drive on, Horace. Back to the city.
Oh, Sam. How could you? All those lies and just handing over the money like that. It wasn't yours.
It wasn't Tommy's either, sweetheart. Get in.
Well, Tommy, are you all right?
Yeah.
Drive us across the bridge, Tommy, will you?
Yeah.
Tommy.
Yeah.
Tommy, I'm afraid we'll have to do without the money.
Yeah.
Sam gave it to Mr. Kilcourse.
Yeah.
Now, don't get excited, Tommy. I'm sure Sam had a reason. Didn't you, Sam?
Yeah. I mean, that was marked money from a payroll job.
Oh, then it won't do him any good.
It'll send him up for a good long stretch if the eyewitness story that goes along with it is good enough. And you're just the girl to tell it, sweetheart. Am I right, Tommy?
Yeah.
Period. End of report.
Already? But Sam.
Yeah?
What happened? Who were the 5 men in the car, the ones who shot at that Plymouth in the mistaken belief that you were in it?
Their names are of little account, Effie. Suffice it to say that Kilcourse pointed his pudgy finger at them in the hopes of keeping the charge of attempted murder out of his indictment. But I was too clever. I identified them.
But, Sam, you didn't see anything but their cigars glowing in the darkness.
Have you never heard of Sherlock Holmes' monograph on the 49 varieties of tobacco ash, you fool?
But, Sam, Sherlock Holmes is only the segment of someone's imagination. He's a fictional detective.
Well?
You mean... Oh, Sam, you're tired.
Yes, I am.
It's affected your mind, winning all that money. Now, you just sit here and rest.
All right.
Think of the snowy mountaintops and blue skies.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just go and type this up.
Snowy mountaintops. Winter sports yet.
And now, listen to this. If you haven't yet tried Wild Root Cream Oil, the famous hair tonic that grooms your hair neatly and naturally, relieves dryness, and removes loose dandruff, then here's a wonderful way to get acquainted. Buy Wild Root Cream Oil in the new 25-cent size bottle at your drug or toilet goods counter. Also, ask your barber for a professional application of Wild Root Cream Oil Hair Tonic. Again and again, the choice of men who put good grooming first.
Well, here it is, Sam. And not that it made any difference, but how did you guess that she wasn't Mrs. Kilcourse?
Simple. Kilcourse didn't recognize her.
But, Sam, that was after you denounced her.
I did no such thing.
From the report, Sam, in black and white. Quote, Why did you tell me you were Kilcourse's wife, unquote? At that point, you assumed that she was not Mrs. Leonard Kilcourse.
I did not. I merely wondered why she had told me.
Well, with all the lies she told, you might have assumed anything she said was totally devoid of truth.
And I did, sweetheart. I did.
Oh, well, that's a relief. I was afraid for a while she'd taken you in.
What's that got to do with the truth?
Good night, Sam.
Good night, sweetheart.
The Adventures of Sam Spade, Dashiell Hammett's famous private detective, are produced and directed by William Spear. Sam Spade is played by Howard Duff. Lorene Tuttle is Effie. Sadie Thompson appeared as Lorraine Kilcourse. The Adventures of Sam Spade are written for radio by Bob Tallman and Gil Dowd. Musical direction by Lud Gluskin. Score composed by Renee Garrigang. Join us again next Sunday when author Dashiell Hammett and producer William Spear join forces for another adventure with Sam Spade. Brought to you by Wild Root Cream Oil. Again and again, the choice of men who put good grooming first. This is Dick Joy reminding you to
Get Wild Root Cream Oil, Charlie. It keeps your hair in trim. You see, it's non-alcoholic, Charlie. It's made with soothing lanolin. You better get Wild Root Cream Oil, Charlie. Start using it today. You'll find that you will have a tough time, Charlie. Keeping all the gals away. Hiya, Baldy. Get Wild Root right away.
This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Eight o'clock Eastern Time on Sunday, September 19th, 1948. Sam Spade here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Take a look at some of the headlines from that Sunday, 77 years ago in a moment.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams Super Sale and get 40% off paints and stains September 19th through the 24th. With prices starting at $29.39, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your interior or exterior, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store or shop the sale online. Delivery available on qualifying orders. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Lowe's knows how to get you ready for holiday hosting with up to 35% off select home decor. And get up to 35% off select major appliances. Plus, members get free delivery, haul away, basic installation, parts, and a 2-year Lowe's protection plan when you spend $2,500 or more on select LG major appliances. Valid through 10/1. Member offer excludes Massachusetts, Maryland, Wisconsin, New Jersey, and Florida. Installed by independent contractors. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com for more details.
We all know those GLP-1 injections work wonders, but that price tag almost gave me a heart attack when my insurance denied coverage. I was staring at a choice between paying my mortgage or paying for weight loss. Talk about a rock and a hard place. Then I found Elevate Health compounded semaglutide at just $58 with payment plans that don't require a second mortgage. Same medication, same results, but a price that real folks can actually afford. Visit joinelevate.com today. That's JOINELEVATE.com. Your wallet will be as happy as your waistline. This medication is not FDA approved.
Instead of going down, the annual rate of polio cases in this country is going up. Instead of growing panicky with fear in the face of such an unwelcome fact, there is a way in which we all can join the Army which is fighting to check this trend and ultimately defeat infantile paralysis. We can contribute to the March of Dimes. Give today so that the 1952 March of Dimes will be the biggest ever and a really potent fighting force against polio.
On this Friday edition of the program, we have 4 shows from Sunday, the 19th day of September, 1948, 77 years ago. These are some of the headlines in that newspapers of that day. President Truman told a yelling Corn Belt crowd yesterday, Democrats are fighting the farmers' battle against gluttons of privilege, threatening agriculture with another Republican blight. For their own protection, Truman said in a major campaign speech, farmers ought to vote Democrat this fall. Governor Thomas Dewey, the Republican candidate, headed for Iowa today. He'll deliver a major speech at Des Moines tomorrow. Both major party candidates have laid out cross-country stumping tours that will take them to the Pacific Coast and back. Clarence Petticourt groped his sightless way into the lower 8 of sleeping car 3341 on a fast train in New York last night, almost too happy and full of hope to sleep. For the slight 30-year-old blind man, a weary week of hitchhiking day and night across the nation from Portland, Oregon, in search for aid for his eyes over, but he wasn't aware of the full extent of his sudden good fortune. He didn't know as he boarded the train, Henry Carlin, a Saratoga Springs, New York businessman, offered to pay for the cornea transplant Petticourt needs to restore his sight that he lost 11 years ago in an explosion. The Israeli government announced last night more than 200 persons, including some of the supposed leaders of the Stern Gang, had been arrested in the intensive hunt for the assassins of Count Folk Bernadotte and Colonel André Sarrat, the UN mediator, and Sarrat, his French aide, slain Friday in the Jewish part of Jerusalem. The Israeli government has accused the Stern Gang, a Jewish extremist group, with responsibility for the shooting. In Moscow, the envoys of the U.S., Britain and France met with Soviet Foreign Minister V.M. Molotov, possibly to receive the final Russian word on proposals for settling the Berlin crisis. After the meeting, the 11th Kremlin Conference on the East-West Differences in 51 Days, U.S. Ambassador Walter Bedell Smith said the 3 Western envoys had a delightful 2-hour and 30-minute talk with Mr. Molotov. I have no comment. Meanwhile, U.S. and British military planes made 895 cargo flights to Russian-blockaded Berlin in a demonstration of peacetime air power, in a record-smashing feat which dwarfed the famed wartime hump shuttle from India to China. U.S. planes threw 651 sorties with 5,500 tons of coal for Western Berlin's 2.5 million inhabitants. India named a military governor for the conquered princely state of Hyderabad, the steps taken as troops surrendered unconditionally to India 6 days after India invaded the state for the announced purpose of restoring order there. In Burma, Brigadier U Tin Tut, a leader in the struggle against Burma's communist-led rebellion, near death from wounds inflicted by a would-be assassin who booby-trapped his car. In Grenoble, France, and the southeastern part of the nation, 1 man shot to death, 17 injured when opponents of General Charles de Gaulle tried to break up a rally he addressed. Troops were called out to halt the fight. Emil Ludwig, a world-renowned German biographer whose books were burned by the Nazis, died in his sleep Friday night. He was 67 years of age. And in Plymouth, Wisconsin, 82-year-old T.V. Volk, still rolling his own cigars and other men's cigars, too. Volk retired 13 years ago. Shortage of skilled cigar makers forced him back into business. He's now turning out 100 stogies in the 6 hours he works every day. Those some of the day's news stories as reported in the newspapers of Sunday, September 19th, 1948. Up next, we move to Mutual for Nick Carter, Master Detective.
Driving tonight? Then remember this. Most highway deaths are caused by 2 temptations, to cut out of line and to go too fast. Crossing the center line of the road is more dangerous than you realize. Statistics prove it. Excessive speed is just as dangerous as officials say. You can predict your own impulses, but you can never predict the other drivers when driving tonight. Drive cautiously, please.
As we continue our look at Sunday, the 19th day of September 1948, 77 years ago, we go to 6:30 Eastern Time over on Mutual for an episode of Nick Carter, Master Detective, starring Lon Clark.
New post-war Old Dutch cleanser, famous for chasing dirt, presents Nick Carter, famous for chasing crime. Every week at this time, two great names are joined, as new post-war Old Dutch Cleanser brings you one of the most resourceful and daring characters in all detective fiction, Nick Carter, Master Detective.
Miss Perry, I want you to take a look at this picture of Barclay's body.
No, please.
All Nick wants to know is whether Mr. Barclay was lying in that same position when you left the cabin.
Stop talking about it. I said I killed him. What more do you want?
I want a lot more. I want to get you out of this jail. And the best way to do it is by putting someone else in here instead.
And now, the case of the homely bride. Today's adventure starring Lon Clark as Nick Carter, brought to you by new post-war Old Dutch Cleanser. Agnes Perry is not a pretty girl, and she's so painfully timid that the gossips predicted she'd never get a husband, even with her father's millions. But you never can tell. It's early evening in the Perry home as Tony Barclay, handsome and self-assured, sits facing Agnes's father and her best friend, Linda Forsythe.
Mr. Perry, I dropped in to tell you that Agnes won't be home for dinner tonight. You see, we're eloping.
Tony, not really. Oh, I'm so happy for you both.
Well, an elopement isn't necessary, my boy. If Agnes loves you...
Loves me? Huh. She's mad about me.
Oh, Tony, you clown. Oh, give me a handkerchief, somebody.
Oh, here you are, Linda.
Thanks. And don't say I'm crying either. It's just that my glasses are getting misty.
Agnes and I plan to meet in a little town upstate and be married tonight. In fact, she's waiting there for me now.
Well, I don't understand. Isn't it a bit unusual to inform the bride's father before an elopement?
Yes, but in this case it makes no difference. You couldn't stop us if you wanted to.
But I don't want to, my boy. Of course, I don't know you very well, but just before you came here from the West Coast, we had a letter from my old friend, Judge Hamilton.
I know. A letter telling you that I was a fine young man. Plenty of money, good family.
How did you know that?
I wrote the letter myself.
What?
And since Judge Hamilton has been abroad, naturally, you haven't been able to check up on me.
You wrote that letter?
Yes. Forgery is one of my many accomplishments. You should ask the police about me. I'm quite a notorious character, really.
You're joking.
Not at all. I have a very interesting record. Swindling, fraud, picking pockets, armed robbery. Of course, those were when I was younger and my methods were more crude than they are now.
Barclay.
Incidentally, my real name is Tony Blaze.
What's the point of all this?
Well, I was thinking. It's going to be a wonderful story for the newspapers. Millionaire's daughter weds criminal.
I'm beginning to understand. You think I'll pay you not to marry my daughter, is that it?
Precisely. The only way to stop the wedding now, Mr. Perry, is by writing me a check for $100,000.
$100,000? Why, you're out of your mind.
Mr. Perry, you know what would happen to a sensitive girl like Agnes if she married this man. You can afford the money. For Agnes' sake, pay him and...
I'll give you $10,000 and not 1 cent more.
Oh, no. Marrying Agnes will be much more profitable than that.
Tony, you're not serious.
Oh, but I am, my dear. I've just decided in a few months Mr. Perry will be willing to pay twice $100,000 for a nice, quiet divorce, if I make Agnes unhappy enough. And believe me, I can, and will.
Linda, call the police.
Stay where you are, Miss Forsythe.
That revolver doesn't frighten me.
If either of you charming people tries to stop me, I'll show you I'm not bluffing.
If you dare to marry her...
Suppose you tell me all about it when I return from my honeymoon, Miss Forsythe.
It's been almost an hour since he left, Mr. Carter. I tried everywhere to find you. I'm sorry, Mr. Perry, but Miss Bone and I were both out of the office.
You've got to stop them, no matter what it costs.
Well, it isn't money that's important now, Mr. Perry. It's time.
Well, they can't get married tonight, Nick. Even if they could get a license, there's a 3-day waiting period in this state.
If he doesn't have a license already, Patsy.
Yeah.
And if they plan to get married in this state.
Oh, if there were only some way to warn every minister and justice of the peace in this part of the country and to tell them...
Wait a minute.
Huh?
There is a way.
Well, how, Nick?
By radio.
Why, yes.
The station manager of WQXQ is a friend of mine. And if he'll let us run an announcement every now and then...
No. We can't put the story on the air, Carter. Think of the scandal.
Well, Mr. Perry, the important thing is to keep your daughter from marrying this man, isn't it?
Well, Yes, of course. All right. Go ahead with the radio announcements, Carter.
I, Agnes, take thee, Anthony, to be my lawful wedded husband, to love, honor, and cherish so long as we both may live.
Then, by the virtue of the power vested in me, I now pronounce you.
Well, this is our cabin, Agnes. Not much of a honeymoon cottage, is it?
Oh, I don't mind, darling. Nothing matters except that we're married. Oh, Tony, I'm so happy.
Here, stop there. No. There, that's the girl. Oh, I'd better go put the car out of sight. I don't want anybody to spot it.
All right, darling. And while you're gone, I'll unpack your suitcase for you.
Keep away from my suitcase.
Well, Tony, I was only going to...
I know, darling, but I'm rather fussy about my things. Well, look, there's a radio in this cabin. See if you can get some music, huh? I don't want my bride feeling unhappy. Yeah.
Are believed to be in the vicinity of the state line. We ask all ministers and justices of the peace who may hear this broadcast not to marry any couple answering the description we have just given you, and to communicate with the station immediately. The man has boasted that the marriage is merely an attempt to extort money from the girl's father, and that he has a long criminal record.
Oh.
Your cooperation may prevent a tragedy. We now resume our midnight musicale.
But why did he act that way about the suitcase? As if he had something in it that he didn't want me to see. I've got to know. I've got to. A revolver. Oh,
Agnes.
Tony.
Thought I told you not to open that suitcase.
Tony, why are you carrying this?
Why, I always carry a gun, baby. For protection, that's all.
Don't lie to me. It was on the radio that you're a criminal, that you only married me because of my father's money.
All right, so I did. Why else would anyone marry a stupid little frump like you?
Tony. Oh, no, I don't believe it. You said...
I said I loved you, huh? And you were sap enough to believe me. But it's cash I'm in love with, darling. Papa's cash.
Oh, Tony, you... Oh, I hate you.
Good. I want it that way. You're going to hate me a lot more unless Papa pays up.
I won't stay here a minute longer. I'm going home.
Well, no, you're not.
Take your hands off me. Tony,
Why, you little... Slap me, will you? No dame can get away with that.
Keep away from me, Tony.
I can play rough, too.
Don't you touch me. I'll kill you if you do.
Don't kid me. You haven't got nerve enough to use that gun.
I will. I swear I will.
I'm going to give you a little lesson in wifely. You little fool, you...
Tony!
Mr. Perry, well, where have you been? Do you realize it's 8 o'clock in the morning?
I've been walking the streets for hours. When we didn't hear anything by midnight, I knew it wasn't any use.
Well, it's a good thing somebody stayed here at the radio station. Nick's on the phone now.
You mean they've been found?
I think so. Listen.
I see. Well, thank you, Mr. Megley. Yes, I'm sorry, too, but it was good of you to call. Goodbye.
Who was it, Carter?
A justice of the peace from upstate.
What?
He heard the announcement of the morning newscast.
A justice of the peace. You mean they're married?
Yes.
Oh.
He said he performed the ceremony at 10:30 last night.
I see. Well, I suppose there's nothing to do now but go home and wait.
Oh, I'll get it, Patsy.
Uh-huh.
You better go tell the announcer not to broadcast any more of those notices.
All right, Nick.
Nick Carter speaking.
This is Linda Forsythe, Mr. Carter. Is Agnes' father there?
Oh, yes, just a moment. It's for you, Mr. Perry. Miss Forsythe.
Oh, I asked Linda to stay at my house last night. I wonder if Agnes has called. Hello, Linda?
Mr. Perry, I have wonderful news. Agnes is back.
She's there at the house now?
Yes, she must have come home during the night sometime.
Is that man with her?
No. One of the maids found Agnes asleep in her own room a few minutes ago. But she's locked herself in and won't talk to me. I think...
Never mind. We'll be home in 10 minutes.
Oh, leave me alone. Leave me alone.
won't. I won't tell you anything about it.
But, Miss Perry, we know you and Tony Blaze were married last night. And naturally, your father wants to know why you came home alone.
Nick, why don't you give her a chance to get control of herself before you start firing questions at her?
Maybe you're right, Patsy.
Perhaps you'd feel better if you had some breakfast, Agnes.
I don't want anything.
I beg pardon, Mr. Perry.
Yes, Gordon?
There's a gentleman who insists upon seeing Miss Agnes.
My daughter isn't seeing anyone. Tell him to go away.
It wouldn't do any good if he did tell me, Mr. Perry.
Sergeant Matheson.
Hello, Patsy. Hi, Nick.
Hiya, Matty. What are you doing here?
Official business, Nick.
What do you mean, official business? I didn't send for the police.
The police? No, I didn't do anything.
Of course not, dear. He isn't here to see you.
That's where you're wrong, Mr. Perry. I'm here to arrest your daughter on suspicion of murder.
Agnes Perry's despair is equaled by the shock and grief in the eyes of her father as Mattie makes the arrest. We'll see what happens in just a moment. Now, back to The Case of the Homely Bride. Today's adventure with Nick Carter, brought to you by new post-war Old Dutch Cleanser. It's a couple of hours later, and at police headquarters, Agnes Perry is giving her version of what happened in the tourist cabin the night before.
When Tony admitted that he only married me in order to get money out of Father, I said I was going home. He grabbed me
And you had a fight. That's when you fell against the chair near the bed and broke your watch, wasn't it, Miss Perry?
No, there wasn't any fight.
I noticed the crystal is missing from your watch. And we found thin pieces of curved glass near that upset chair.
I don't know anything about that.
Okay, go ahead. What time was all this?
Well, about 12:30, I think.
Yeah? Then what happened?
Well, I broke away from him, ran outside to my car, and drove home.
And during the time it took you to get in the car, start the motor, and put it in gear, why didn't he catch up with you?
Well, he didn't try. He only chased me as far as the door.
He chased you to the door, yet you still found time to stop and pick up your coat?
No, I didn't. I just ran. I didn't stop for anything.
Okay. Now I'll tell you what really happened. You fought with Tony Blaze about 3 o'clock.
No!
Not 12:30, because the medical examiner says he was shot sometime between 3 and 4 a.m.
It was 12:30, I tell you.
Huh?
I mean, that's when I left the cabin.
Oh, and when you broke away, you didn't run out the door. You picked up that gun of his and shot him.
No, I didn't.
After that, you didn't need to hurry, so you got your coat and purse, walked out to the car, and came home.
It's a lie. I didn't shoot him.
All right, then why are your fingerprints all over the gun, and only your fingerprints?
I told you. I found it in his suitcase. I picked it up.
Excuse me, Matty.
Yeah, Nick?
I suppose you've had ballistics check the revolver to be sure it's the one that killed Tony Blaze?
Well, naturally. All 3 bullets came out of the same gun. We dug 2 out of the wall, the one that missed him completely and the one that grazed his head. There was a 3rd bullet in his heart.
And I see. Well, why are you so sure it happened at exactly 3:15?
Because, Nick, something aroused the woman who runs the camp. She realized later it must have been the shooting, of course. She looked out her window and saw Miss Perry here leaving.
Wearing a coat?
Yeah, a white coat you could see a mile off. That's how the woman knew who it was. Miss Perry was wearing that same coat when she checked into the place.
She's lying. I left my coat at the cabin when I ran out.
It's not there now, Miss Perry.
But
Oh, wait a minute. Let's forget the coat a minute, Matty.
Huh?
About the time element. Couldn't the woman be mistaken?
No, not a chance, Nick. In the first place, she looked at her clock. In the second place, she wasn't even home until after 2:30.
Oh.
You see, Nick, none of the other cabins were rented last night, so the woman went into town to a party.
I see.
Now, look, Miss Perry, everybody knows Tony Blaze was a king-size heel. So maybe if you'd admit the truth...
I won't admit anything. You're trying to trap me.
Okay, then. I'll have to hold you for the grand jury. And I hope you've got a better story then than you have now.
I can't believe it. Agnes accused of murder, policeman here in my home searching for evidence.
Please don't worry, Mr. Perry. No jury will ever convict Agnes under the circumstances.
Maybe they won't, Miss Forsythe, if she'd admit the circumstances. And if she sticks to the story she told at headquarters, she may be charged with first-degree murder.
Yes, you're probably right, Carter. Even I can see that Agnes is lying.
But why should she lie about such unimportant things? The time and whether or not she was wearing a coat...
She's hysterical, that's all. You don't know Agnes as I do, Mr. Carter. She's always been terribly shy, frightened of everybody.
How long have you known her, Miss Forsythe?
Well, only about 6 months, really. But we've been like sisters.
Oh, Nick.
What's the matter, Patsy?
I asked Gordon, the butler, you know.
Oh, yes, I know.
Well, I asked him to come down here and tell you what he just told Sergeant Matheson. Tell him, Gordon.
Well, sir, it's just that I heard Miss Agnes come home last night.
And why didn't you tell somebody, Gordon? You knew how frantic we all were.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Perry, but I didn't know it was Miss Agnes at the time. I thought it was you, sir.
Why should you think that? Couldn't it have been Miss Forsythe here or one of the servants?
Oh, no, sir. The only persons with a latchkey are Miss Agnes, Mr. Perry, and myself, sir. Anyone else would have to ring the doorbell to get in.
What time was this?
About 4:30, Mr. Carter.
I see. How did you happen to be awake at that time, Gordon?
Well, after I locked the house at 1 o'clock, sir, I didn't sleep well for worrying about Miss Agnes. That's how I happened to be awake at 4:30 and heard the front door open and close. Then, a moment later, I heard her open the door to the basement.
The basement? Why should Agnes have gone down there?
Well, that's what Sergeant Matheson wanted to know, so he went down to have a look.
If Agnes was telling the truth about leaving the tourist camp at 12:30 or 1, she'd have been home long before that.
But if she left at 3:15, the time would be just about right.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, Nick, I found it.
What, Matty?
The white coat Miss Perry said she didn't wear home. She tried to burn it in the furnace, but there's still plenty left for identification. And look at those blood stains.
Is that Agnes's coat, Mr. Perry?
Yes, I'm afraid it is.
And it's the last piece of evidence needed to smash that story of hers to smithereens.
Oh, what's the use? Yes, I shot him. Now I hope you're satisfied.
Please, Miss Perry, don't look on us as enemies. Patsy and I came here to the jail hoping we could help you.
That's the truth, Miss Perry. Why don't you tell Nick just what happened?
Willie was going to hit me. I warned him to stay away, but he kept coming with that awful look on his face. I was almost out of my mind with fear. I didn't even realize what I was doing.
Oh, now, look, you mustn't get excited. You see, Nick, it was self-defense.
Yeah, but the next thing is to prove it.
Oh, how can you with everybody lying about me?
Nobody's lying about you, Miss
They're
Perry.
all lying. That woman at the camp, the police, even Gordon. They lied about the coat, about the time it happened, even about my breaking my watch.
Wait a minute. Do you still insist that the shooting took place at 12:30 and that you came back home without your coat?
Of course I do, because it's the truth.
And you didn't fall against that chair and break your watch crystal?
I didn't fall against anything.
Look, Miss Perry, how many times did you fire that revolver?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, wait. I have a picture here that the police photographer took of the body.
I don't want to see it.
You've got to. This is important.
All right.
Now tell me, was this the way he was lying when you left the cabin?
No, he was more on his side and not next to the bed. He was over by the easy chair.
He must have lived long enough to crawl a few feet.
No, Patsy, that last bullet killed him instantly.
Oh, please stop talking about it. I said I killed him. What more do you want?
I want a lot more, Miss Perry. I want to get you out of this cell. And the best way to do it is by putting someone else here instead.
Hello, Sergeant Matheson. This is Patsy. Nick just got back to the office, and he wants to know whether you have any report on those fingerprints yet.
And the broken glass, too, Patsy.
Oh, yes, the glass fragments, too, Sergeant. Okay, I'll hold on. He's gone for the report now, Nick.
Good.
Why this sudden interest in fingerprints? You know the only prints on the revolver that killed Tony Blaze was Agnes's.
I know, but these are different. I got one of them from a teacup, and the other off the lock button on the Perry's front door.
Off the what?
The little button on the lock that you press when you want to leave the door off the latch.
But what the... Oh, yes, Sergeant. They were. And how about the glass? I see. Yes, I'll tell him. Goodbye.
What did he say?
Those fingerprints were both made by the same person, but it wasn't Agnes Perry.
That's what I hoped for. And how about the pieces of glass?
Well, it seems that Agnes is telling the truth about her watch, at least. Those fragments weren't from a watch crystal after all. They were optical glass.
That makes things more interesting. Better get your hat, Patsy. We're going to travel.
It's awfully nice of you to drive us up here, Miss Forsythe.
Well, naturally, if talking to this woman at the tourist camp will help poor Agnes's defense, I'm only too glad. Is it straight ahead on this road?
No, you turn left at the next corner and follow the river road.
Turn left?
Yeah, haven't you ever been up this way before?
No. I had no idea it was so mountainous. Do you really think you can do anything to help Agnes, Mr. Carter?
I do. As a matter of fact, I intend to prove that Agnes Perry didn't kill her husband.
But she confessed.
I know she did, but I found a fingerprint on the latch button of the front door that's going to convict the real murderer.
I don't understand.
Here's the turn, Miss Forsythe.
Oh. I almost missed that.
Yeah. And you turned right, Miss Forsythe. I told you to make a left turn.
Oh, how stupid of me. I'll turn around.
No, never mind. The tourist camp is on this road. But how did you know?
Why, I didn't.
Oh, watch the road. You'll go over the cliff.
It's all right. I just swerved to avoid that dog. I didn't see it until it was almost under our wheels.
Oh, you almost gave me heart failure. Must be 100 feet down to the river.
Miss Forsythe probably didn't notice the dog because she doesn't see so well without her glasses, Patsy.
My glasses? How did you know that
You usually wear them while driving, don't you?
Well, of course I do, but...
But they're broken, aren't they, Miss Forsythe? You broke them last night in the tourist cabin where you killed Tony Blaze.
That's utterly ridiculous.
You say you've never been over this road before?
I haven't.
Yet because you were excited, you took the right-hand turn, even though I purposely told you to turn left.
That doesn't mean anything.
I'd say it means you made this same trip before. Last night, when you slipped the latch on the front door of the Perry home so that you could get back in unobserved.
I did no such thing.
Oh, yes, you did. Your fingerprint was on the push button of the automatic lock. The same print you left on a teacup this afternoon.
Suppose I did touch that push button. You still can't prove I was ever in that cabin.
I think we can. By having an oculist compare the pieces of broken glass found in the cabin with a prescription for your eyeglasses.
All right, smart boy. So I did kill him. But I won't go to the chair for it. I'd rather die this way. Nick, we're going over the cliff!
Linda Forsythe twists the wheel of the speeding car toward the edge of the cliff with its 100-foot drop, intending to kill not only herself, but Nick and Patsy as well. We'll see what happens in just a moment. Now for the conclusion of The Case of the Homely Bride. Today's adventure with Nick Carter, brought to you by new post-war Old Dutch cleanser. Rather than take a chance on the electric chair, Linda Forsythe turns the wheel of her fast-moving car toward the side of the mountain road, where there is a sheer 100-foot drop.
Nick, we're going over the cliff! Let go the wheel, you...
Patsy, don't try to jump!
Oh, thank heaven. We hit a tree instead of going over.
Yeah. I managed to twist the wheel enough to avoid that.
Yeah, but even hitting a tree at that speed, why aren't we smashed up more?
I managed to get my foot on the brake and jammed it down hard.
Why did you have to go snooping around? They'd have acquitted Agnes, but...
But it may be a different story for you. Why did you kill Tony Blaze anyway?
He double-crossed me. I was the one he was going to marry, not Agnes. He said it would only be a bluff to get money out of her father.
Then you were in on the whole scheme.
Well, of course I was. Tony would never have been able to meet Agnes if I hadn't made friends with her and introduced him.
And then you stayed right with her so that you could encourage the courtship, huh?
I did it because I loved him. And he said he loved me. We were going to take the money and get married. And then
he decided it'd be more profitable in the long run to marry Agnes and collect afterward.
Yes. I knew where they'd gone, so I came up here to have it out with him. And then he got nasty. He hit me.
So it was you who fell over the chair and broke your glasses.
Yes. I must have gone crazy. I grabbed up the gun.
But Agnes said she shot him.
She did. What? One bullet went wild and another grazed his head and made him unconscious. He'd just come out of it a little while before I got there.
And you got the idea of putting the blame on her, huh?
Yes. I was sure her fingerprints were still on the gun. Tony was still groggy. He didn't notice what I was doing. So I picked it up with my handkerchief.
And finished the job. Then you put on Agnes's white coat before leaving the cabin so that if anyone saw you, they'd think it was she.
That's right. Oh, Mr. Carter, what do you think they'll do to me?
I don't know, Miss Forsythe. But since you're so fond of wearing Agnes Perry's clothes, we'll see how that prison uniform of hers will fit you.
Well, Nick, what about the adventure new post-war Old Dutch cleanser will bring us next week?
It's a story, Mike, about a politician who found an Oriental dancer in his bathtub, dead.
And Nick didn't like the costume the corpse was wearing because it exposed an uneven suntan.
But what's suntan got to do with murder?
It had plenty to do with this one, Mike, along with a jealous wife and a sideshow barker and an old-fashioned political rally.
Well, now, that sounds like quite an adventure. What do you call it, Nick?
I call it The Case of the Candidate's Corpse.
Nick Carter, Master Detective, is presented each week at this time by the Cudahy Packing Company. It is produced and directed by Jock McGregor and is copyrighted by Street and Smith Publications, Incorporated. Charlotte Manson is featured as Patsy. Ed Latimer plays Matty. Today's script was written by Jim Parsons. Original music is played by Henry Silverne. This program is fictional, and any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, is purely coincidental. This is Michael Fitzmaurice saying, when minutes count, use new post-war Old Dutch cleanser. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
And from Sunday, 77 years ago, September 19th, 1948, 6:30 Eastern Time on Mutual, that was Nick Carter, Master Detective, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Let's look a week ahead here. Coming up tomorrow, we have Westerns. Jimmy Stewart as the six-shooter. We head to Melody Ranch with Gene Autry. Have Gun Will Travel and Gunsmoke. On Sunday, Jack Benny, Jack Parr, Father Knows Best, and front and center as we keep the mood light. On Monday, though, we get serious again with Mr. Keene, Tracer of Lost Persons, Barry Craig, Confidential Investigator, Romance and Suspense. And then on Tuesday, more comedy with The Great Gildersleeve, Milton Berle, Charlie McCarthy, and the Screen Director's Playhouse production of Don't Trust Your Husband, starring Fred MacMurray. On Wednesday, more crime with Let George Do It, starring Bob Bailey, The Whistler, and The Man Who Died Twice. William Johnstone as The Shadow, going back to 1939. And Romance, The Winds of June, starring Vic Perrin and Virginia Gregg. On Thursday, we will have another episode of Mystery in the Air. Peter Lorre, yes, the adaptation of Crime and Punishment, and how you do that in 30 minutes, it ain't easy. Also, another episode of Sam Spade, Detective, and yours truly, Johnny Dollar, The 5 Down Matter, and we hit the mean streets of Culver City, California, for another episode of Night Watch. And then on Friday, we have an hour of the Lux Radio Theater as we get back to comedy with 7 Keys to Baldplate, starring Mary Livingston and her husband, Jack Benny. Also, a preview of the forthcoming Lum and Abner half-hour primetime show from 1948, and Groucho Marx and You Bet Your Life. That's all coming up a week from today here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. But right now, we're going to head back to CBS for an episode of The Man Called X.
Americans have always been noted for their know-how. And you young men in search of a career, you can put this practical talent to excellent use in one of our nation's many engineering schools. At the present time, we need engineers. We need them to maintain our scientific and engineering superiority. So look to your future, to America's future. Plan now to become an engineer.
Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox continues now, 8:30 Eastern Time. On Sunday, the 19th day of September, 1948, Herbert Marshall, The Man Called X.
You're twice as sure with two great names, Frigidaire and General Motors. Frigidaire presents Herbert Marshall as The Man Called X. Wherever there is mystery, intrigue, romance, in all the strange and dangerous places of the world, there you will find The Man Called X. You're twice as sure with two great names, Frigidaire and General Motors. For Frigidaire refrigerators are made only by Frigidaire, a division of General Motors. And it is this association of Frigidaire and this association of experience with experience, of skill with skill, that makes Frigidaire America's favorite refrigerator. Remember this when you choose your new refrigerator. Remember that millions of Frigidaires in Frigidaire and homes have established Frigidaire's reputation for complete dependability, for lasting satisfaction. Yes, you're twice as sure with two great names, Frigidaire and General Motors. For Frigidaire refrigerators are made only by Frigidaire, a division of General Motors. More Frigidaire refrigerators serve in more American homes than any other make. And now Frigidaire presents Herbert Marshall as Ken Thurston, the man called X.
Hello?
Chief, Thurston. Sorry to wake you at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, that's all right. What's up?
You remember Dr. Alfred Brenner?
Brenner? Yes, nuclear physicist. Retired about 20 years ago, didn't he?
Yep. He's working again.
Oh, nice going for a man his age.
Yep. And there's a young man with me here named Ellsworth Gilbert. Claims he's Brenner's assistant. Also claims that Brenner's on the verge of making an important atomic discovery.
Oh, what else does he claim?
That both Brenner and his discovery are in great danger.
Ken, I'll be right over. Where are you?
In your office.
My office?
The night watchman called your secretary when he found this Gilbert trying to break in.
Must I repeat this over and over again like a parrot? While you're sitting here, wasting time with these questions, heaven knows what they're doing to Dr. Brenner.
Mr. Gilbert, when a man's caught trying to break into this office at 2 a.m, I think some questions are in order.
I had to get in here. I'm going back to join Dr. Brenner in Madagascar tonight. I had to see somebody before I...
Tell us something about Dr. Brenner's discovery.
He's working on a method of using common metals like iron or lead for nuclear fission. Not quite perfected yet. That's why the doctor sent me to America, to get all possible information on atomic energy.
And did you?
This information I have is all Dr. Brenner needs to complete his experiment successfully.
Why do you say Dr. Brenner's in danger?
There's a man who owns a nightclub in Madagascar called the Black Rose. His name is Rocky Grant. He's a cheap racketeer, but a dangerous one, especially when he wants something.
Something like the doctor's discovery?
Yes.
Hand me that telephone, Chief.
Sure, Ken.
Hello? Pagon, this is Ken Thurston. Tell me all you know about a man named Rocky Grant.
Rocky Grant? That bloodthirsty gangster who would kill his best friend for a quarter, Mr. Thurston. I've never heard of him.
That's all I wanted to know, Pagon. Meet the airport in half an hour.
Where are we going?
Madagascar.
I wish somebody would be good enough to tell me what I am doing here in Madagascar.
Sorry, Pagon. I had to bring you along. You know enough about Rocky Grant to be useful.
Who is there?
Hello, Dr. Brenner.
Gilbert, I'm so delighted to see you.
Oh, Doctor, this is Mr. Thurston.
How do you do?
And Mr. Zellschmidt.
Hello. Oh, please excuse my bad manners, gentlemen. I'm so happy to see Gilbert, I forget common courtesy.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Doctor.
Gilbert, I'm impatient to know, was your trip successful?
Oh, more successful than we dared hope.
Come, show me what you brought.
We've come all the way from America to talk to you, sir.
Talk to me? But why?
You're in danger here. We want to take you where you'll be safe.
Oh, I'm merely an old man tinkering with science for my own amusement, Mr. Thurston. Who would possibly want to harm me?
Possibly Rocky Grant.
Rocky Grant. Oh, I see that Gilbert has been telling you tales.
Is that another way of saying you won't return to America with us?
As you see, I'm getting on, my friend. I cannot afford the time to become enmeshed in these plots of intrigue. Believe me, I'm more than grateful for your deep concern about me.
But you won't leave?
No, I won't leave. Tell me, Mr. Thurston, what are we doing in the Black Rose nightclub?
We're waiting for the proprietor.
Oh, you know him?
No, you do. This is Rocky Grant's place.
Rocky Grant? You're using me as a piece of bait. A worm on a fish hook. Well, this worm is not only going to turn, it's going to scram.
Well, if it isn't Pagon Schmidt.
Benoit.
Aren't you going to introduce me to the lady, Pagon?
This is my friend, Mr. Ken Thurston.
So you're Ken Thurston.
Won't you join us, Miss Benoit?
Well, thanks, I will. I've got a few minutes before I go on again.
You work here.
I am the floor show, if you please.
Then perhaps you'll tell me where I can find Rocky Grant.
No, I couldn't. Rocky left here a few minutes ago and said he wouldn't be back tonight.
Pagon, aren't you a little late for your appointment?
My appointment?
With the doctor?
The doctor? Oh, yes, that's right. I'll see you all later.
Pagon's changed. When I used to know him, he never ran around with respectable persons like you.
Well, thank you. But you don't even know me.
Don't I? Would you like me to tell you what you were doing on September 23rd of last year?
I couldn't even tell you that myself.
A man named Ken Thurston had just won the semifinal round in an amateur golf tournament at the West End Country Club. But he lost the finals by default because he was mysteriously called away on urgent business.
How did you know that?
That story was an AP dispatch.
Yeah, but do you remember everything you read?
I remember everything. That's my profession. I have a memory which retains everything I see or hear. Vinoir, the girl who never forgets. What's the matter? You're looking at me as though I were a freak or something.
Well, I was just thinking, a memory like yours could be invaluable to certain people.
Who, for instance?
Oh, someone who wanted secret mathematical formulae, for instance.
You might have something there.
Yes, Miss Benoit. I might have something there indeed.
Mr. Thurston, I've got to talk to you.
Mr. Gilbert.
You've got to get Dr. Brenner out of Madagascar tonight.
I've no way of forcing the doctor.
The doctor changed his mind. Grant just threatened to kill the doctor unless he give him the discovery.
Where's Dr. Brenner now?
The airport. He's waiting for us.
Where's Rocky Grant?
I don't know.
Oh, you should never have let the doctor out of your sight. Come on.
Mr. Thurston, I'm still not so sure I should leave with you. Maybe we are acting too hastily.
Grant threatened to kill you, didn't he?
Yes, but leaving Madagascar like this with so much work still undone.
You have your notebook with you, Doctor.
Look, Mr. Thurston, over there. That automobile racing across that field. It's coming right towards us.
Mr. Thurston, wait.
Benoit.
You must take me with you. Please don't say no, don't say anything. Just take me. I've got to get out of Madagascar now on this plane.
You have a trick memory, Miss Benoit. How do I know you don't have a few other tricks up your sleeve?
You don't.
Except for that gun that's now in your hands.
I'm just desperate enough to use it, Mr. Thurston.
Oh, in that event, step aboard.
After you, Mr. Thurston.
Miss Benoit, we're far enough away from Madagascar now for you to stop pointing that gun at me.
Okay, Mr. Thurston.
You know, I'm so happy to be flying away from that Rocky Grant, I can't begin to tell.
And don't even try, Big.
Rocky.
Small world, isn't it?
How did you get in here, Grant?
Got awfully uncomfortable back in that little baggage compartment, so I decided to come in with you. As I look around me, I see a lot of my old friends here.
Don't look at me.
Dr. Brenner, Mr. Gilbert, Pagon, and the lovely Miss Vanois.
Stay away from me, Rocky.
I was disappointed when you ran away last night without saying goodbye. It hurt me. You didn't mean to hurt me, did you?
They hit her.
Next time, please say goodbye when you're going anyplace, my love. What's the matter, Mr. Thurston? Don't care for my manners?
Your manners are the least offensive part of you.
I see this gun doesn't frighten you. But this is a friendly gathering.
Oh, sure, very friendly. I imagine even the pilot is some kind of friend of yours.
No, he surprised me a little. I actually had to remind him of what he owes me before he let me come along.
Then maybe getting ready to crash into that island just ahead is his own idea.
What island?
We're going to crash.
That pilot's lost his mind.
Get down on the floor.
Look out!
Oh, there you are, Mr. Thurston. You disappeared right after the crash.
Yeah, I wanted to have a look around.
Well, where are we?
I don't know. Some tiny uninhabited island in the Indian Ocean. We'll be lucky if we all don't starve to death.
If Racker and me are stuck on a small island, I ain't gonna die of starvation.
Where's Dr. Brenner and the others?
Further down the beach, all except the pilot. He's somewhere inside the wreckage trying to fix the radio so that we can send for help.
Wait here, Pagon. I'm going to speak to the pilot.
Oh, Mr. Thurston. Know anything about fixing radios?
Captain, I'd like to know why we crashed on this island.
Well, it's hard to explain.
Yes, lies are always hard to explain, Captain.
You would have done the same thing if a man had a gun at your head telling you he'd blow it off if you didn't crash.
What man was that?
Ellsworth Gilbert.
Gilbert?
Well, you can ask him yourself.
I'm afraid I can't. I saw him a little while ago on the beach. Ellsworth Gilbert is dead, Captain. Murdered.
In just a moment, we continue with Frigidaire's Man Called X, created by J. Richard Kennedy. This is Wendell Niles speaking. Wherever you live, you hear of Frigidaire refrigerators that have been on the job for years with no time off for bad behavior. Mrs. Louise Axdahl of Alameda, California says, I used my Frigidaire for 16 years without 1 minute of trouble. Now I have a new Frigidaire because I needed more space, and I'm truly very happy with it, too. And from Richmond, Indiana, Mr. and Mrs. O.E. Goodman report that their 23-year-old Frigidaire refrigerator is still going strong. Now, if this is the kind of service you would like to enjoy, just make sure that your next refrigerator is a genuine Frigidaire. In fact, you can be even more certain of long service than were these purchasers of former years. For today's Frigidaire refrigerators are powered by the famous Frigidaire Meter Miser. And the Meter Miser is the simplest coal-making mechanism ever built. Not a single belt or gear or pulley to get out of order and demand attention. Remember the good reports you hear about Frigidaire refrigerators that have served for years. Remember the modern advances like the Meter Miser that make today's Frigidaires even more dependable. And remember, for all the advantages you want, ask to see the name Frigidaire when you ask to see a new refrigerator. And now to continue with Frigidaire's Man Called X, starring Herbert Marshall. Ken Thurston was flying Dr. Brenner from Madagascar back to the United States because Rocky Grant, a racketeer, had tried to seize the doctor's atomic discovery. While in flight, Grant entered from the baggage compartment where he'd been hiding. Suddenly, the plane crash-landed on a small desert island somewhere in the Indian Ocean. The pilot explained to Mr. Thurston that he'd been forced to land there by Dr. Brenner's assistant, Ellsworth Gilbert. Mr. Thurston was unable to verify this since he had just seen Ellsworth Gilbert on the beach. He'd been murdered. But now it's the following morning, and Mr. Thurston has just awakened from a troubled, fitful sleep. He sees Miss Vanois working busily over a small fire.
Good morning, Miss Vanois.
Hello there. You're just in time for some coffee.
Coffee? Where did you dig up such a luxury on this bleak place?
We formed a salvaging party early this morning to look for food, and somebody found a pound of coffee in the plane. Mr. Thurston, I'm sorry for the way I acted last night, but I just had to get out of Madagascar.
Why?
Remember, you suggested that I might use my memory on secret formulae. Well, someone else came to me with the same idea last night, only wasn't suggesting he was demanding. Coffee's ready.
Aren't you having any?
After you. We only have one drinking cup.
All right, thanks. Tell me, was the man who demanded that you memorize formulae our friend, Mr. Grant?
I think I can answer that question.
Sorry.
I was crude enough to eavesdrop from behind those bushes.
He's got a gun, Mr. Thurston.
Don't worry, Vanois. That memory of yours is too valuable for me to kill you. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to deprive you of your companion, Mr. Thurston.
Don't be a fool, Grant.
Sorry, Thurston. The talkative Miss Vanois has told you too much for your own good. So long. What the... Why doesn't it shoot?
Hey, Grant, you look awfully silly standing there shooting an empty pistol.
Empty?
I unloaded it last night while you were asleep.
I'll kill you for
Stay where you are, Rocky.
Well, where'd you get a gun? Oh, now, wait a minute, baby. You wouldn't shoot me.
Why not?
Now, put the gun down, baby. Put it down.
Why? I've seen you kill people so often, I'm used to it.
Oh, now, Thurston, stop her.
I don't know if I can, Grant.
Look, I'll do anything you say. Just give me a break.
Why did you stow away on that plane?
I knew Brenner's discovery would be worth millions. I tried to lay my hands on it, that's all.
Why did we crash on this island?
I had nothing to do with that. I have no idea why we crashed here.
I suppose you have no idea why Gilbert was murdered.
No, I don't. I didn't kill him.
Who did?
I don't know. All I know is I didn't do it. Thurston, you've got to believe my story. I didn't do it, I tell you. I didn't.
Get a hold of yourself.
Huh?
Here. You better drink my coffee. You need it more than I do.
Huh? Thanks, Mr. Thurston. Thanks a lot.
Feeling any better, Grant?
Yeah? Yeah, I feel fine. I feel just like...
Oh. He fainted. Water somebody, quick.
Well, the dangerous killer passed out from fright.
He didn't faint. That cup of coffee had enough poison in it to kill all of us. Grant's dead.
Dead? Poison? Well, who would have done that?
A very good question, Miss Van Waar.
Oh, you don't think that... You're not accusing me.
I'm not accusing anybody. Where did you get that coffee?
I told you from the wrecked plane.
And you had no idea it was poison?
Of course not. I was going to drink some myself.
But you made sure to give me the first cup. You said there was a salvaging party.
Yes, everyone was finding things in the plane and handing them out to me.
Who handed you the coffee?
I don't remember. I was so anxious to see what they were giving me, I didn't even look at their faces. All I remember is hands.
Strange. A girl who earns a living by feats of memory can't remember who gave her a pound of coffee less than an hour ago.
I can't remember. I just can't remember.
Mr. Thurston, I've been looking all over for you. Boy, have I got bad news. The radio's busted.
The radio's been busted since the moment we crashed here.
Yeah, but it was fixed, and now it's busted again. That was our last chance. Now nobody will ever know what happened to us.
Apparently somebody knows. See that small boat out there?
Boat? Where? I see it. See, I see it. We're saved. They found us. Ahoy there! We're over here! The boat is waiting ashore. Mr. Thurston, he's got a gun. I suppose he thinks we're wild savages. Hey there, mister, you don't need the gun.
All right, everybody. Stand back, get your hands up.
You're making a big mistake.
Shut up, you.
Didn't you come here to rescue us?
What do you want?
I want Brenner's notebook.
Give it to him, Doctor.
If you say so, Mr. Thurston.
Brenner, I think I'll take you along with me.
And if I refuse to go with you?
Look, my boss wants the information in that notebook. He wants it absolutely exclusive. So there's nothing else to do but take you with us where we can keep an eye on you.
What shall I do, Mr. Thurston?
You have no choice but to go with him. He has the gun.
Well, goodbye. Goodbye and good luck.
Good luck to you, Doctor.
Listen, mister. If you leave us stranded here, we'll all die.
That's the general idea, Mac. Okay, Brenner.
I'm beginning to envy Gilbert and Grant. At least they're not dying slowly like we are.
Oh, it's entirely possible that within a few minutes we'll be picked up by an American destroyer.
Mr. Thurston, you sound delirious.
Maybe. But look out there across the water. Tell me what you see.
There's a... Could it be a mirage? No. No, it's a boat, Mr. Thurston. A destroyer, like you said. A beautiful American destroyer.
Well, I'd call this the happy ending, Mr. Thurston. Now that we're being taken back to America by courtesy of the United States Navy.
You feel perfectly safe and secure now, don't you, Miss Van Waar?
I can't feel perfectly safe in the presence of a man who can predict destroyers dropping from out of nowhere. It's uncanny.
Not so uncanny. On the island, I set out a call for help over the radio. This destroyer picked it up.
The radio was smashed. How could
I
you?
always kept an eye on the pilot and his progress with the radio. When he finally got it fixed, he ran off to find me. While he was gone, I sent the message for help.
Then it was you.
Yep. I smashed the radio. Once I was sure that help was on the way, I destroyed it to keep the person who was after Dr. Brenner's discovery from using it.
Do you know who that person is?
Don't you, Miss Van Waar?
How should I know? You still think I...
Oh, here you are, Mr. Thurston. I've been looking all over to you to tell you the good news.
I already know the good news, Pagar. We've captured the boat that took Dr. Brenner off the island. You see, I told the captain of this destroyer to be on the lookout for that boat.
Well, they're bringing that gang of crooks aboard now, and I thought we ought to see if Dr. Brenner is all right.
Good idea, Pagar. Won't you join us, Miss Van Waar?
Sounds more like an order than an invitation.
The fresh sea air may do you good. After you, Miss Van Waar.
I can't wait to see the surprised look on Dr. Brenner's face when he sees us
He's
here.
coming on deck now. Good evening, Dr. Brenner.
Mr. Church?
Surprised, Doctor?
Very pleasantly surprised.
Now, perhaps we can all put our heads together and figure out who killed Gilbert and Grant.
Problems like these are a little out of my line, Mr. Thurston, but I will do my best.
Miss Van Waar?
You think I did it, nothing will change your mind. What possible reason would I have?
We'll examine your motives later, but first, I'd like to see if Dr. Brenner might have had some reason.
You are accusing me.
Not at all, Doctor. But as a scientist, you know that one must study every possibility before reaching the correct solution.
Oh, of course.
Now, let's take a hypothetical case. Suppose, Doctor, that you had decided to sell your atomic secret to the highest bidder. Now, Grant threatens your life. You would have had to leave Madagascar with me just to shake off Grant. But before you left, you might have made arrangements for someone to pick you up on an island somewhere. You might have forced the plane down by convincing your assistant, Gilbert, it was the thing to do. Gilbert had too much respect for you to doubt you. Once we crashed, it's possible that you murdered Gilbert, since he could be of no further use to you. Now, mind you, this is all hypothetical.
Oh, it's closer to sheer fantasy, Mr. Thurston. May I trouble you for a cigarette?
Here, Doctor, have one of mine.
Oh, thank you very much, Miss Benoit.
Those hands. I remember now. Those were the hands that gave me the coffee.
I am afraid your extended stay on the island has affected your mind, Miss
It all
Benoit.
comes back. I see it. What made me forget?
You didn't forget, Miss Van Waar. You remembered that the doctor handed you that poisoned coffee. But your conscious mind refused to accept the idea that he could be a murderer. Well, Dr. Brenner?
Oh, I too have a hypothetical case to present, Mr. Thurston. Supposing I did commit those murders, do you think that society can afford to destroy a man like me?
It can't afford not to.
Look out, Mr. Thurston. He's reaching for a gun.
Oh, no, gentlemen. I have here in my hands a much more potent weapon. My notebook. With your assistance, there is still a chance for me to get away, Mr. Thurston, and no one will blame you. I'll trade you this notebook against my freedom.
It's no deal.
Now, consider carefully. I'm an old man. It is a small triumph for justice to deny me my few remaining gifts, and a great triumph for progress to have my life wisdom contained in this notebook.
There was no wisdom in your life, Doctor. There's knowledge, yes. And it's in that notebook. Well, it's useless to us as long as you're alive and free for even a single day to sell it to the highest bidder. No, Dr. Brenner, it's no deal.
All right, then.
He did it, Mr. Thurston. He actually did it. He threw it overboard. It's lost.
Yes, Pagan. It's lost. In other hands, it would have made all our lives happier. But rather than permit Dr. Brenner to use his knowledge for destruction, it's better that his precious notebook should lie at the bottom of the sea. Perhaps someday, somewhere, maybe at this very moment, some scientist is making that discovery again. Let's hope that that man will use his knowledge for good instead of evil. Let's hope for the best, Pagan.
Frigidaire star Herbert Marshall will return in just a moment. Frigidaire's Man Called X is presented each week with the best wishes of your Frigidaire dealer, who invite you to come in and learn about the famous line of Frigidaire electric appliances, refrigerators, ranges, water heaters, home freezers, the new automatic washer, dryer, ironer, and many other Frigidaire refrigerating and air conditioning products for homes, farms, stores, offices, and factories.
I've always wanted an electric water heater, Mr. Niles.
Well, then take my advice and buy a Frigidaire electric water heater. Ask your Frigidaire dealer about the wonderful new magnesium rod that makes tanks last years longer. Ask about the new 10-year protection plan on Frigidaire electric water heaters. Now, Frigidaire star Herbert Marshall.
It is my great pleasure to announce that our own Johnny Green has been signally honored by Downbeat, the nationwide newspaper of music. To make a special presentation, we have in the studio Mr. Eddie Ronan, West Coast representative of Downbeat.
Thank you, Mr. Marshall. On behalf of Downbeat, I am pleased to award to Johnny Green, musical composer and conductor of The Man Called X, this special scroll for outstanding achievement in the creation of original dramatic music for radio.
Thank you, Eddie Ronan, and thank you, Bart.
Nice going, Johnny. Next week, Laughing Lady, a story of the dread Sicilian Mafia, a terrorist organization operating in a traveling circus. As usual, Leon Belasco will be along as Pagon Zellschmidt. So join us, won't you, when next I return as The Man Called X. Good night.
Frigidaire's Man Called X is directed by D. Engelbart, with music composed and conducted by Johnny Green. Tonight's story was written by David Shaw. So until next week, same time, same station, this is Wendell Niles speaking for Frigidaire, made only by General Motors. All characters and incidents used on this program are fictitious. Any resemblance to actual persons or incidents is purely coincidental. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
8:30 Eastern Time, Sunday, September 19th, 1948. The Man Called X on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Make sure you visit our webpage to support the podcast if you like. That's at classicradio.stream. We're going to roll down to 10:30 Eastern Time in a moment for Escape.
Ladies and gentlemen, make tomorrow your D-Day. Get an extra bond for defense. Step into any bank or post office and buy yourself a profitable share in America's future. As an investment, bonds are better than ever. They can help you save safely, conveniently, and profitably. So whether you already buy on the payroll savings plan where you work or the bond-a-month plan where you bank, get an extra bond for defense tomorrow.
Now the fourth of our four shows from Sunday, September 19th, 1948, and this is Escape, 10:30 Eastern Time on CBS. Ben Wright starring in this episode of Escape, the man who could work miracles.
Fed up with the everyday grind? Tired out by the dull routine? You want to get away from it all?
We offer you Escape. Escape, designed to free you from the four walls of today for a half hour of high adventure.
You are crouched in the middle of an immense hurricane. Houses, animals, trees sweeping past you. And you suddenly realize that you've tampered with the universe, that you're bringing about the destruction of the world.
Tonight, we escape to a placid English village and the presence of an equally placid little man who one day shook the world, as H.G. Wells told it in his delightful and famous story, The Man Who Could Work Miracles.
Now, I might say right in the beginning that I ain't the kind of chap who has a naturally argumentative disposition, meaning the kind who's always engaging in hostile discussions with perfect strangers. Quite the contrary. I'm a reasonable man who always takes proper thought before he speaks, and one who has due respect for scientific truth. Why, I ain't never opened my mouth to utter a word that wasn't a pure, a undiluted, a fact.
That's what you say.
Howsoever, when a man of inferior intellect, such as Toddy Beamish has showed himself to be more than once, when a man like that insists upon airing his ridiculous opinions in a public place such as the Long Dragon Bar, then I've got no choice but to confound him with the superior knowledge which I possesses.
That may be well and good, perhaps, but it's only what you say.
On the contrary, Mr. Beamish, the statements which I have just made are such as might come from any intelligent human being with a true knowledge of scientific principle, which same can't be said for some of us here at this bar.
So you say.
That's right, so I say, and if you can't contribute nothing but the same 3 words to this discussion, I will thank you to admit that you're defeated and shut your mouth.
Well now, Mr. Fotheringay.
Easy, lads.
I appeal to you,
Easy
Constable.
does it.
I appeal to you, Constable, when I'm only trying to enlighten the man from the bog of ignorance he's a-floundering in. And he keeps coming up with his infernal, so you say. Well, I'm a-wasting my words, that's all.
If the pints of stout and ale flowed across this bar the way words do, why, then I'd have been retiring years ago.
Quite right, Miss Bridges. I'll have another the same if you don't mind.
Let's see, that was a pint of bitter, wasn't it?
By all rights, Toddy Beamish, I shouldn't be wasting me time on you. But out of the goodness of my heart, I'll do it anyhow.
Suit yourself.
Now, let's take, for example, that pint of ale that you're holding in your hand.
It's pretty nigh empty.
Well, I paid for the last one. All right. Now, suppose, for instance, if that ale was to turn into wine.
I never cared much for wine. Always liked ale better.
Now, if that ale there was to turn into wine, then you'd have a miracle.
So you say.
So anybody says. Perhaps you ain't even aware of the proper definition of what a miracle is, Mr. Beamish.
Well, some miracles is one kind, and some is another.
Oh, if anybody left so much as 2pence on the bar as a gratuity for my services, that would be a miracle, all right.
Be that as it may, Miss Bridges, but a miracle ain't of one kind or another. A true miracle is something contrariwise to the course of nature, done by the power of will.
So you say.
Something what couldn't happen without being specially willed to happen. And miracles ain't possible.
Easy, lad, easy now.
Well, I wouldn't go so far as to say they ain't.
It's your ignorance that's talking. Look, you see that lamp sitting there on the end of the bar, burning as bright as you please?
I see it right enough.
Now, that lamp, in the natural course of nature, couldn't burn like that if it was turned upside down and hanging in the air.
You say it couldn't.
Mr. Beamish, do you mean to tell me that you...
All right. Maybe it couldn't.
Ah, and if it did, it'd be a miracle. Very well. Now, supposing somebody was to come along, take me, for instance, and he pointed his finger at that lamp like this and said, "Turn upside down." Now, if the lamp, if
Science preserve us if it aren't doing it.
Well, now.
Blimey.
A burning and a hanging there without no visible means of support.
I can't keep it up there much longer.
Remarkable. All remarkable.
And now then, Mr. Fotheringay, stop it. Stop it immediately, and that's my official order.
Have a care, Constable. Watch out. There it goes.
Oh, now see what you've done, Mr. Fotheringay. My best lamp chimney. Oh, clean no more than an hour ago. Smashed into smithereens.
But I didn't try to do it.
Oh, for all you knew, you might have caught the whole place afire.
Most irregular and illegal besides, like as not. We'll have no more of it. You understand?
But I tell you, I didn't
Oh,
mean
you
for
and your silly conjuring tricks.
It wasn't a conjuring trick.
That's what you say.
No doubt you've had a bit too much to drink.
All I done was to point my finger at it like that and...
Stop it now! Don't you dare!
But that's all I'd done.
In that case, Mr. Fotheringay, you defeat your own argument. right out of your own mouth.
And how is that, might I ask?
If it weren't caused by some form of trickery, then what happened to that lamp was a miracle.
Oh, here now, I ain't holding with no blooming miracles.
Hold with them or not, as the case might be, Mr. Fotheringay. But you just stood right there and performed a real, true, honest, genuine miracle. That's what you done.
It wasn't a matter of being asked to leave the Long Dragon, you understand. I already had my mind set on going anyhow. A place what's full of ignorant superstition ain't the kind of place for a man of rational intellect to be doing his thinking in. And thinking was just what was called for. On the one hand, I weren't ready to swallow no miracle theory, but on the other hand, I wasn't able to recollect no scientific principle what might account for that which had happened. As you might say, the question had dissolved itself into a dilemma. Oh, my landlady, Mrs. Tetherington, was sitting up in the parlour when I come in.
Good evening, Mr. Fotheringay.
But I can't recall saying anything to her.
Well, very well, Mr. Fotheringay.
I went straight to my own room, closed my door, lit the candle, and then I sat there on the edge of my bed, grappling with the problem in heroic fashion and trying to puzzle out the ultimate solution. It weren't no easy thing to do. It couldn't have happened, but it had happened, which ain't logic no matter how you look at it. Why, it'd be the same situation if I was to point my finger at that candle there and say, be raised up in the air, and it was to... Ooh, blimey! Hanging there like a blooming firefly. But it's contrariwise to... Whoop, there it goes! Oh, black as your hat. Now, where in the tarnation did that confounded thing get to? Huh? At any rate, there should be some matches around here somewhere. Oh, I say, maybe I could... Let there be a match in me hand. Well, now, just like that. Oh, a safety match. A lot of blooming good that's going to... half a mo now. Maybe I don't need no match. Maybe I could... Candle, wherever you are, be lighted. Oh, here now, not in the middle of my bed. Oh, no, we'll not be having any of that now. Well, come in, it ain't locked.
Mr. Fotheringay, might I inquire what's coming off up here?
You might inquire, and to blazes with you. Can't you recognise a man who's got his hands full of troubles?
Troubles indeed. I'll have you understand. Mr. Fotheringay, why is smoke coming out of that bed?
Because it caught on fire, that's why.
Oh, me wool comforter with a Noel band in it, and taking lighted candles to bed with you.
I am not taking no candles anywhere, and I will thank you to leave me the privacy of my own bedchamber.
Well, I never. You have been drinking.
On the contrary, I have been cogitating upon matters of science, which is far beyond the range of your feeble intellect.
With all the money I have to spend on candles. I'll have you know that if any candles are going to be tossed around loose like in this house, I'll do the tossin'.
Mrs. Tetherington, I might remind you that good, steady lodgers, such as a man like myself, ain't so easy to come by nowadays, with which I will bill you a highly respectable good night.
Well, I've never been so insulted in all my life, and you can rest assured you haven't heard the last of this.
Old vulture. Don't know who she's talking to. Me. A bloke what's only got to point his finger and say, be, and it is. Blimey, if I ain't suddenly got the power to perform miracles. Real, genuine miracles. Like as not, the result of my long devotion to the true principles of science. Well, I got through the next day without no trouble, and come evening I went walking down the lane that leads around Millsdale's Pond, attempting to put my mental processes into order, as you might say. Mostly I kept trying to cogitate on some honest to Betsy miracle I might up and perform. But it ain't such an easy matter for a chap who's unaccustomed to goings-on of that nature. Oh, what I wanted was the genuine article, you understand. No little shenanigans, one with which to make people stop and say, blimey now, if that ain't a real downright miracle for you. And all of a sudden, I had it. I just happened to recollect a chap somewhere who stuck his staff into the ground and commanded it to blossom. So, I poked me walking stick into the edge of the turf, I backed off a wee bit and pointed me finger at it. Walking stick, become a blooming bush of flowering posies. Roses, by heaven. I done it! Just like that fella in the opera.
Here now, what's going on here?
Oh, Constable Winch, confound the man anyhow.
Cease and desist whatever it is you're doing in the name of the crowd.
Oh, you there, Rosebush, go back now, fast.
Have a mind there who it is you're throwing bramble bushes at. Blasted thorns might injure a man severely. Yeah, there.
Confounded blundering idiot.
I'll see now who's conducting nefarious activities under the cover of darkness. Assaulting an officer engaged in the pursuit of his natural... Well, so it's you, Mr. Fotheringay.
The fact being self-evident, Mr. Winch, I will not bother myself to answer.
So you'll not bother yourself to answer, eh? Maybe you'll also deny that you just threw a great heavy mass of foliage at me?
I do deny it.
Then no doubt it just up and flew through the air all by itself.
Constable Winch, you have just hit the nail on the head.
So, that's the way the wind blows. Some more of them blasted hanky-pank conjuring tricks of yours, is that it?
On the contrary, it was merely a small miracle.
You don't say so. In which case his honour might enjoy hearing you tell about it. So come along with you now.
I will do nothing of the kind.
Oh, resisting an officer. That'll be another charge against you.
Charge, indeed. Mr. Winch, you can take your charges and go to Hades. Whoa, Constable. Oh, Mr. Winch. Oh, blimey if he ain't gone and disappeared complete like. Oh, I wonder if he... I'm thinking this miracle business ain't all it's talked up to be. Why, a man might find himself in a whole peck of trouble before he learns the knack of the thing. I'm thinking I'd best go and get myself some really professional advice right away.
Good evening to you, brother. A very pleasant evening to you.
And the same to you with many of them, Mr. Maydig. That is, your reverendship.
Oh, no formality now, none at all, no. Just call me Mr. Maydig.
Well, now, thank you kindly, your Maydig ship.
Won't you step inside?
Much obliged to you, Mr. Reverendship.
Just follow me now. This way, Mr. I can't say that I caught the name.
Fotheringay. George W. Fotheringay.
Ah, yes. Not from my parish.
Well, yes. I attended services last Christmas.
Indeed? Well, so many people did last Christmas. Well, here we are, Mr. Fotheringay. Take a chair.
It's Fotheringay. Nice diggings you've got here.
Oh, adequate, Mr. Motheringay. Adequate for my simple wants. Yeah, now just feel entirely free to lay your burdens upon my shoulders.
Well, the fact is, the matter which I come here to talk about might be considered of a somewhat delicate nature.
Oh? Well, think nothing of it. Please, feel free to speak, speak freely. My housekeeper retires very early.
Oh no, your reverendship, it's nothing like that.
Oh, then, like, what?
The subject about which I'm inquiring is miracles.
Miracles? Yes, indeed, miracles. Any special kind of miracles?
Oh, yes. The kind which I perform myself.
Oh, which you perform... I see. And what sort of miracles do you perform?
Well, for one thing, I have just finished sending Constable Winch to Hades.
Hades? Indeed. Now, that's very interesting.
Of course, when I realized what had happened, I had him transferred to San Francisco. Wherever that is.
Oh, I'm sure he'll like San Francisco much better.
You don't believe me. I can't say that I blame you none either.
Well, after all, Mr. Dotheringay.
It's Fotheringay. Well, very well. There ain't nothing else to do but for me to go up and perform a few miracles before we go any farther.
Well, that's very interesting, I'm sure.
Now, you just take that jar of tobacco there on the table, for instance. Suppose I just point my finger at it, like this, and become a bowl of violets.
Yes, indeed, it's very
You see, it ain't no tobacco jar no more. It's a bowl of violets.
Well, God blimey. I mean, so it is.
Of course, it ain't nothing very spectacular, your reverendship, but it is the sort of a miracle a man can pass without tangling himself up in a mass of trouble.
Extraordinary. Very, well, extraordinary.
You can see for yourself they're real violets.
Indeed. Yes, indeed.
Now, take this, for example. Become a bowl of fish.
Ooh.
No, not that kind. Live fish in a goldfish bowl, swimming around. Now. Well, that's better.
It's amazing. How did you do it?
Just told it to.
That's all?
That's all. When I tells a thing to do it, it does it.
Incredible.
Come on, Miss Sutton, like you might say. And I'd like to know if it's a real genuine miracle or if it ain't.
Well,
seeing as our miracles ought to come under your reverendship's special province, more or less.
Yes, indeed. However, usually in a somewhat more academic fashion, these are more astonishing.
As far as I can tell, there ain't no limit to it. Like, for instance, bowl of fish, turn into a pigeon.
Why, good heavens, look at the thing.
Here now. None of that. Oh, you stay away from Mr. Maydig now. Perhaps I'd better become that jar of tobacco again. Well, Reverend, what do you think about it?
Amazing. It's the most extraordinary thing I've ever seen in my life. Ever expected to see. No, I've got to think about it, consider the possibilities.
Well, I might come back in the morning.
Oh, no, wouldn't hear of it. I was about to dine when you rang. I wonder if you'd join me. Of course, I'm afraid there's only cold mutton.
Oh, well, now, maybe there's something else you might like better.
Oh, anything. Frankly, I've grown to hate the sight of Eh? You don't mean...
Why not? Just name it.
Pheasant. I haven't tasted pheasant in years.
Then now is the time. Let there be a pheasant on the table. No. Not like that. Let it be dead and roasted and ready to eat.
Look at it. Oh, it's beautiful.
Smells good, too. Maybe we'd best, let there be 2 pheasants.
And truffle.
Yeah, and truffles.
Maybe some oysters.
2 dozen oysters. You better make it 3 dozen.
And some cheddar. Oh, we must have some cheddar.
A pound of cheddar. And what to drink, your reverendship? Champagne?
Well, I really shouldn't, you know, but, perhaps a small bottle of Moselle?
6 bottles of Moselle, a keg of stout, and a case of champagne. There wasn't no mistake about it. I'd come to the right place for certain. Once Mr. Maydig got over his first astonishment, he turned out full of ideas for brand new miracles. Things even I might never have thought of, like as not. Well, we polished off that meal in no time at all. As easy as a cat frying eggs. And an hour later, we was out walking in the dark streets of the village, turning out miraculous jobs so fast, I fairly wore out my finger a-pointing with it. I couldn't begin to tell you all the wonderful things we did in a couple of hours. Installed a new railway line, drained Flinders Swamp, turned it into a meadow, cured the vicar's warts, paved all the roads, eliminated taxation, reformed the Lord Mayor, and made all the girls in the village beautiful. these weren't none of your halfpenny miracles. All of these were big. And we went right on turning them out, one every 2 minutes, just as regular as clockwork. By midnight, we passed clean through the village and were walking along the lane by Millsdale's Pond, fairly tired out by all that thinking and pointing and performing of miracles.
Mr. Fotheringay, I've just thought of another one.
Indeed? And what might it be?
The village clock. There in the steeple. Listen to it. Ah, it's terrible.
True enough. It ain't got a very melodious sound to it.
Then let's give them a good clock, eh? A great, rich, booming one.
All right, Mr. Maydig. Let that there clock become a genuine London-style cathedral clock.
Oh, much better. Much better. Oh, the people of this village are going to have a big surprise when they wake up in the morning after all we've done for them tonight.
I might say there's one or two things we've done that I ain't so sure about.
Oh?
Like turning every drop of alcoholic beverages into plain water, for instance.
Oh, it's nothing to worry about, Mr. Fotheringay. You can always turn out a miraculous pint or two for your own purposes, and it will reform all the drunkards in the village.
Maybe so. At any rate, we might as well wait and see what comes of it. What do we perform next?
I really don't know. Can't think of another single miracle that we haven't already.
Half a moment, Mr. Maydig. I just thought of one of my own I'd best take care of. Let Constable Winch be right back in San Francisco again. He might be catching a boat or a train or something, you understand? I think the best idea is just to keep sending him back there every once in a while.
I doubt you have anything to worry about. San Francisco is some distance away, you know.
Oh, is it? Oh, I'm glad to hear it.
I keep trying to think of one more miracle. A big one. Something worthy of ending the night with. But I just don't... Oh, well now.
Huh?
I say, there is one, you know.
Such as?
You see that moon, Mr. Fotheringay?
Naturally. Almost full by the looks of it.
You remember Joshua?
Joshua? Joshua? Oh, come off it now.
It would be a wondrous thing to see.
Well, now, that's a pretty tall order, making the moon stand still.
Oh, well, actually, it only appears to stand still. What really happens is that the Earth stops rotating.
You don't have to inform me about scientific principles of which I'm already familiar, Mr. Maydig. Howsoever, I think we'd best not go monkeying around with the universe.
Well, you probably don't have the power to do it anyway. It's really a superior class of miracle, you know.
I got the power all right, but I ain't so sure it's a good idea. I could do it if I wanted to.
Oh, of course you could. Well, perhaps we'd better get along home.
Half a mo now. I might just leave it stopped for a little while.
Oh, if you could stop it at all.
Oh, well now, if that's the way you feel, you just take a look at this. The old blinking world. Stop rotating. Oh, here now. What's all this? I didn't order no wind.
Fotheringay, what have you done?
I don't rightly know. Look out. Things is starting to blow loose.
Oh, you confounded, blundering idiot.
Duck your head! Here comes a cow through the air! Missed! You better lie down in the ditch before it gets blown away.
Oh, it's getting worse all the time.
And I can't seem to pull my wits together. Oh, I got it! When the Earth stopped rotating, everything on the surface kept right on moving. 500-600 miles an hour. Houses, cows, the wind, everything. It's a scientific principle.
A lot of good that does. Stop it, man. Stop it. Do something. Do what?
Oh, Mr. Maydig. Oh, Mr. Maydig. Oh, blimey if he ain't blown clean away. Gone. Oh, now I got myself in a fine kettle of fish for certain. Only there weren't so much confusion, maybe I could... Oh, I say now. That's it. It's the only answer. All right now. Let nothing happen until I say the word go. And when I do, let everything go back exactly like it was just before I turned that blooming lamp upside down in the Long Dragon bar. and at the same time, let me loose this here miraculous power complete like. Forget all about it. Have you got it now? Everything just as it were? No more miracles, and let me forget the whole thing. All right then. Ready? Go!
That's only what you say.
And the same as anybody might say who's got the least bit of scientific knowledge inside of their thick heads. Ain't I right, Constable Winch?
You couldn't rightly say, Mr. Fotheringay. The subject ain't exactly in my province, you know. Another the same, Miss Bridges.
Right you are, Constable.
Irregardless, Mr. Beamish, miracles ain't possible.
So you say.
So I say. Maybe you don't even know what a miracle is.
Here we are.
Maybe if I was to point my finger at that lamp there on the bar and tell it to turn upside down, I suppose you think it might do it.
Well, I wouldn't say it would.
You wouldn't say it wouldn't. Mr. Beamish, you ain't got a brain in your head, and I'm only wasting my time trying to enlighten you, which I ain't going to do any longer. There you are, Miss Bridges.
Why, thank you kindly, Mr. Fotheringay.
I'll be dropping in again when the place ain't quite so crowded. I bid you all a respectful, a good night.
Well, Toddy, I'd say you got the best of the argument tonight. I never saw him
Glory be, will you take a look at this?
What's up, Miss Bridges?
Sixpence. He left me a sixpence. Right here on the bar, big as anything.
And so he did.
The like of it ain't never happened before. Saints preserve us if it ain't a downright bloomin' miracle. That's what it is. A bloomin' miracle.
Escape is produced and directed by Norman MacDonald. Tonight we have brought you The Man Who Could Work Miracles by H.G. Wells, adapted for radio by Les Crutchfield, with editorial supervision by John Dunkel. Featured in tonight's story was Ben Wright as Mr. Fotheringay, with John Daner as Mr. Maydig, Wilms Herbert as Totty Beamish, and Jeff Corey as Constable Winch. Eleanor Audley was Mrs. Tetherington, and Constance Cavendish was Bridges. Special music by Ivan Ditmars. With tonight's program, we bring to a close the present series of the world's best stories of high adventure by the world's greatest authors, presented as Escape. Next week, at this time, Lum and Abner return to the air in a new half-hour program you'll want to hear. Be sure to listen. Roy Rowan speaking for CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
And that wraps up our look at Sunday, September 19th, 1948, 77 years ago, with the 10:30 p.m. broadcast Eastern Time of Escape. Here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Visit the webpage classicradio.stream. And up next, Fibber, McGee, and Molly.
The Crusade for Freedom is a crusade for your freedom and mine. The truth dollars people send the Crusade for Freedom help preserve our own freedom, even as they get the truth and hope to people behind the Iron Curtain. Truth dollars help finance Radio Free Europe and Radio Free Asia, the most effective weapons Western democracy has for countering lies and distortion. Send your contribution to the Crusade for Freedom, care of your local postmaster. That's Crusade for Freedom, care of your local postmaster.
And we wrap up this Friday podcast by going back 71 years. September 19th, 1954. Jim and Marion Jordan. Fibber, McGee, and Molly.
It's time for Fibber, McGee, and Molly. Sundays through Thursdays, NBC brings you Fibber, McGee, and Molly transcribed. The show is written by Phil Leslie and Len Levinson and directed by Max Hutto.
Fibber and Molly will be with you in a minute.
An eye specialist once told me that very often dispositions are improved by the proper fitting of glasses. Of course, the time to see an eye specialist is before the disposition gets sour. Seeing an eye specialist regularly is one of the most important, healthful things we can do. It is also most rewarding to cleanse and refresh your eyes regularly, and you can do that so easily and happily with Murine. Just 2 drops in each eye, and that tired feeling seems to vanish in a wink. You see, Murine bathes and soothes the delicate tissues of the eyes as gently as a tear. That's because Murine is compounded of 7 tested ingredients, scientifically selected and combined to blend perfectly with the natural fluids of the eyes. You can use Murine as often as you wish, so learn to enjoy its benefits daily, regularly. This will help promote a clean, healthful condition. That's Murine. Murine for your eyes. Murine makes your eyes feel good.
The time, earlier today. The place, Kramer's Drugstore in Wistful Vista. And the people, Fibber, McGee, and Molly.
Now, will there be anything else? Razor blades, aspirin, beach balls, toothpaste?
No, thank you.
We have a wonderful special today on one-man rubber life rafts, Mr. McGee. Great for fishing. Regular $10 value, only $1.98.
Yeah?
Oh, they're genuine certified factory seconds.
What does that mean?
They leak.
No, this is everything we need. Throw it in the sack, Briny. We're in a hurry.
Oh, surely. Have enough light bulbs, Epicac, absorbent cotton?
Absorbent cotton, that reminds me.
How many rolls, please?
None. Just give me a couple of free blotters, Briny. No, not the ones with the monkeys. Haven't you got any movie stars?
Ah, yes. Here you are.
The dead-end kids.
Come on, McGee, if we're going to get out to the country this afternoon. Oh, there's your little girlfriend.
Huh? Who? Oh, Teeny. Hey, let's take her along with us. You want to?
Oh, sure. She'd enjoy it.
Hey, Teeny.
Hi, Mr. McGee. Hi, Miss McGee.
Ah.
Hello, Teeny.
Hey, how'd you like to take a ride with us out to Ferndale and help us dig ferns?
Dig ferns what? And which fern? Fern Cooper or Fern Appleby? Because I can't dig that crazy Fern Cooper.
No, these are just plain green plant ferns, Teeny.
That's right. I want to dig up a few wild ones and plant them in some pots at home, Teeny.
So, you want to go with us, sis?
Sure. That'll be lots of fun, I betcha. Only first I have to telephone my mom and ask her, can I?
Good idea.
Give her a dime, McGee.
Well, I was just looking for one. There's nickel, quarters. Funny, no dime. You got a dime, Teeny?
Sure.
Well, go ahead and use it. I'll give you another one as soon as I get change.
Don't forget now. I'm your guest all the way. Hello, operator. Give me Wistful Vista 28. Oh, is that you, Mert?
Huh?
Oh, not her, too.
Let's hear this.
How's every little thing, Mert? 'Tis, huh? Oh, nothing much. This morning I washed my hair and I can't do a thing with it.
Now, that's not so. Your hair looks perfectly okay.
How do you know? It's a Belgian hair and it's home drying off. What say, Mert? Our line's busy, huh? Well, I'll call back. Return my dime, please.
We'll drive by your house, Teeny, and you can run in and tell your mother.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, just a minute. No. Oh, my.
What's the trouble?
I put my hand in the little hole to get my dime out, and now I can't get my hand out.
Oh, you can too. Let me see.
What is it, McGee?
Teeny got her hand in the coin return of the phone box, and it seems to be stuck. Now, wait a minute. Now, don't get excited. Now, take it easy. Let me get in there with you. Now, look, sis. Maybe if you relax and sort of open your hand a little, it might...
I can't open my hand. Oh, isn't this a pretty pickle?
Molly, come in here and see if you can suggest anything.
Let me see. Goodness, but it's snug with the three of us in here.
See how her hand is? That doesn't hurt, does it, Teeny?
No, only it feels like I got tight shoes on my hand.
We'll get it out. Now, let me see. If I had a dime and elbow room to dial, I could call a plumber. Or maybe...
Excuse me, Mr. McGee.
What is it, Briny?
Just as soon as you 3 are finished with the booth, there are 4 others waiting to use it. Only they want to use it one at a time.
Now, just keep your high-collar white smock on, Briny. Little girl's got her hand caught in the coin return and can't get it out.
Stuck like a pig.
But she's a brave girl. Now, take it easy, sweetheart.
Yeah.
I'm trying to open this lock with a hairpin.
Hadn't I better phone the phone company?
Well, that may not be necessary. I think I've got something loose here. Yes, definitely. Oh, here it comes.
Well, what do you know? The box is coming out. One more twiddle with that hairpin, kiddo. One more.
Easy does it, Mrs. McGee.
Oh, boy, you hit the jackpot.
You sure did.
Yes, only one thing's wrong. The part that opened has nothing to do with the slot where Teeny's hand is caught. Oh, dear, you poor child.
There's more fun with the McGees shortly.
It's dependable, C, so dependable, A, as dependable as can be. That's why every year more people buy RCA Victor than any other TV for dependability.
As always, you can depend on RCA Victor to give you the most important improvements in television. Improvements such as the new Easy C VHF tuning dial. Now king-size numbers slant up to meet your eyes. Gone are the days when you have to fumble to find the channel you want. The new Easy C tuning dial is one of the many exciting features in the new RCA Victor television sets. Visit your dealer and remember,
It's dependable, C, so dependable, A, as dependable as can be. That's why every year more people buy RCA Victor than any other TV for dependability.
remember the world's best names for quality. RCA and RCA Victor.
Twist her arm around a little more this way. It might...
George, please, quiet.
What is it, Teeny?
I'm hungry.
Well, gosh, sis, we don't dare feed you. Only make you fatter and harder to get your hand out of the telephone.
I don't care. I'm hungry. I'm awful hungry.
Now, little girl, now.
What would you like to eat?
How about settling for a nice stick of gum?
I want a gosh awful gooey.
What in the name of Duncan Hines is that?
It's a sundae served in a soup plate with 3 kinds of ice cream, hot fudge, milk chocolate, bittersweet, marshmallow, and cherries. I'll fix it.
Don't forget the nuts.
Say, I think I'll have one of them myself.
Later, McGee. Right now, we've got to figure out how to get this child's hand free.
Is it bad, Teeny?
Yes, it is. It's terrible. I can't scratch my nose with that hand at all.
Here, let Uncle Fibber do it.
Say, if you folks aren't phoning, would you mind holding your convention outside the booth? I've got to
Why,
call...
Dr. Gamble?
Oh, hello, Molly. And Piccalilly Puss. And who's that? Oh, Teeny.
Hi, Dr. Gamble. Don't I look silly wearing this telephone for a charm bracelet? Don't I, huh? I'm stuck.
Got her hand caught in the slot.
No, really? Here, let me see. Let me in there.
Now, take it easy, Beefy. You might be able to get in here with us, but that stomach of yours has got to stay out.
Oh, nonsense. I can squeeze in there. Excuse me, Molly. I'm coming through. Thank you. Now, hold your elbow up, Teeny. Let me see.
Here's your gosh awful gooey, little girl. Why, it's Dr. Gamble. Hello, Doctor. Small world, isn't it?
Yeah, positively stuffy at times. See here, Briney, you can't get in here, too.
I don't want in. I just want to give the child her ice cream sundae.
Later. I'm trying to get her hand
I
out of it.
want my sundae now. If I don't get it, I'm going to cry. I think I'll cry anyhow. Yeah!
Now, you see what you done, you big sadist?
Hush there now. You'll get your sundae.
I'm getting it all over my coat. Can't you be more careful, Briney?
On you, it looks better on the outside than on the inside. Comes off easier, too. Here, make yourself useful, Doc. Hold the dish while Teeny eats.
If you get your elbow out of my face and your nose out of my ear, I might be able to. This is the silliest predicament you've ever gotten me involved in, you crumbhead.
I ever got you in. I did. Nobody asked you in here, you big butter-inner. It was your own nosy proboscis that got you into this.
Of all the ignorant word manglers, you mean my nosy proboscis.
I didn't expect you to admit it. Mighty big of you. But then you're the large economy size anyhow.
Inferring that I'm cheap?
Why, everybody in town talks about it, even the children.
Oh, McGee.
Well, ask Teeny.
Teeny, my dear, do you think that
Who's going to pay for the gosh awful gooey this kid's eating?
Briney's talking to you, Doc.
How much is this terrifying combination of highly colored carbohydrates, Briney?
85 cents.
Put it on my bill. Now, Teeny, something was said about even the children thought I was a tightwad.
Oh, no, Dr. Gamble. No, of course not. Willie Toops even said you're not a tightwad, I betcha.
Well, good. Willie Toops, huh?
Sure. Willie says nobody with such a baggy skin could be a tightwad. That's what he said. Willie said.
I've had enough. I'm getting out of here.
Well, first, can't you suggest something we can do to get her hand loose, Doctor?
Yes, I'll go call the phone company.
But let's all get out of here and let me have another look at her hand. You finished with that ice cream, Teeny?
I guess so. There's no more left.
Well, then you can go, Briney.
Thanks. I've been looking forward to this.
I'm getting out of here.
Oh,
You stay in here, though, Teeny.
what else?
Now, let me scrunch down here and look. Maybe I can see how your hand is caught. Now, pull hard.
It feels like it's... No, won't come out.
Oh, let me see there. Well, no wonder it won't come out. You're holding your fist closed. Open up your fist. I'll bet it'll come out. Open it up.
But I can't, Mr. McGee. I can't open my fist.
You've got plenty of room in that slot. Go on, open your fist. Why can't you open it?
Because I'll have to let go of my dime.
Oh, sure.
It's the only dime I got, and I don't
Oh, well, here's a dime, here's a quarter, a dollar, a buck. Come on, let's get out of here and go home.
We'll say goodnight to Fibber and Molly in a moment. This is John Wald, and I'd like to tell you a little about the original Show with a Heart. I mean Strike It Rich, of course, and Strike It Rich is called The Show with a Heart for good reason. It's a program that lends a helping hand to people from all over the world, and you can hear it tomorrow morning on NBC. Your master of ceremonies is Warren Hull, and he's an ambassador of goodwill who brings you some exciting quiz fun, some laughs, and some wonderful, inspiring stories every morning on Strike It Rich. And you know, that's just one of the big daytime shows in store for you. Tomorrow there's more quiz fun with a phrase that pays, drama with Just Plain Bill, Stella Dallas, Young Widder Brown, and many more. News with Pauline Frederick reporting. And so many other fine features, there just isn't time to list them all. But here's a better suggestion. Stay with NBC Radio morning and afternoon and find out for yourself. It's the best in daytime listening all through the week.
Interesting article in the paper here about old man McDonald.
President of the bank?
Mm-hmm. Seems one of his rich depositors was down in Florida and needed some money in a hurry, so old man McDonald flew down there and delivered it to him.
So?
Well, the newspapers ran a headline. See, it says, President of bank goes south with depositors' funds. Ain't that amusing?
Not to Mr. McDonald, I'll bet.
No. Good night.
Good night, all.
Fibber, McGee, and Molly is an NBC Radio Network production transcribed, with Arthur Q. Bryan as Dr. Gamble and Joe Kearns as Briney. This is John Wald telling you that tomorrow, a generous gesture by Mr. McGee gets him involved in a situation that threatens to make him a millionaire. I know you won't want to miss it, so tune in again tomorrow night to Fibber, McGee, and Molly.
September 19th, 1954, Fibber, McGee, and Molly. Westerns tomorrow with the six-shooter, Melody Branch, Have Gun Will Travel, and Gunsmoke. And, of course, another episode of Fibber and Molly. Have yourself a great Friday. We'll see you Saturday for more classic radio theater. I'm Wyatt Cox.